This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey, buddy, tired of energy drinks that bring you up just to let you down? TOAK, Torch Energy, hydrates and energizes you at the same time by transforming your water into an energy drink so you can avoid the crash of traditional energy beverages. TOAK Torch makes it easy to try their products with their starter kit. The cap has a chamber that is filled with ingredients and pressurized with nitrogen. This keeps the ingredients sealed and protected without the need for preservatives. Tighten the cap onto the TOAK reusable bottle. When the cap is twisted off, the ingredients are propelled from the chamber and instantly mix with the water inside the bottle. No need to shake, simply twist and sip. When you twist the cap, it instantly mixes your drink for you, although you can make it that way, unlike other drinks that use powders or you have to mix yourself. You can take multiple caps with you without the bulk and weight of traditional cans. Only 10 calories and 100 milligrams caffeine per cap in flavors like fruit punch, Beam, that's berry, and Spark, that's watermelon. Easy to take on the go. Toss it in your gym bag, backpack, or carry on. Tip: travel through the airport by just refilling the bottle after security, twisting on a cap, and boom, you have your favorite energy drink to travel with. TOAK is providing our listeners a discount for 30% off your first order using code Doughboys. Try their starter kit, which comes with 1 reusable bottle and 6 caps, so you can try each flavor and refill from there. Not an energy drink person? TOAK has a variety of other offerings, including tea, yerba mate, and more flavors launching soon. Enjoy free shipping, and once you find your favorites, set up a subscription so you're never out of your favorite drinks. Check out all TOAK products at drinkteaofakind.com and use code Doughboys for 30% off your first order. I'm President of the United States, and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli. This was former President George Herbert Walker Bush in March of 1990. After reports surfaced that he had ordered the cruciferous vegetable banned from menus for the White House and for Air Force One. While the CIA director turned president considered broccoli the Saddam Hussein of vegetables, the senior Bush's diet was hardly a model of healthy eating. Junk food is his lifestyle, said one of his former aides, Pete Teeley, as quoted in the New York Times, and nachos and hot dogs were among his favorite bites. The broccoli brouhaha wouldn't be the only notable food foible of Bush the Elder. In January 1992, the president fell ill at a state dinner in Japan and nastily puked onto the lap of Japanese Prime Minister Kiichi Miyazawa, which led to an eponymous Japanese slang term bushuru, to vomit. And in 1994, while debating his eventual successor and McDonald's and Tang fan Bill Clinton, H.W. Bush admitted he had no idea how much a gallon of milk cost at the supermarket, confirming suspicions he was out of touch with the average American. A decade and a half later, H.W.'s son, President George W. Bush, had his own grapple with grub in the White House, losing consciousness after choking on a pretzel, wounding his head in the resulting fall. In the final years before his death in 2018, multiple women reported incidents in which former President H.W. Bush quipped to them, "You want to know my favorite book? David Copperfield," after which he'd grope their buttocks, often during photo ops. While neither that nor the broccoli quote is up there with 7 years ago, or the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, they are an oddly fitting legacy for this one-term president who really didn't do jack shit in office. But by U.S. presidential standards, that's a pretty decent tenure. This week on Doughboys, we begin the Garden of Eatin, Veggie Table, the Green Gobblin, a month of reviewing Mother Nature's fast food. We're talking broccoli. Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about chain restaurants. I'm Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, Bruceville Ranch, the Spoonman Mike Mitchell.
I'm like Bruceville Ranch, but with ranch.
With ranch dressing. My buddy Kevin sent in a roast a few years ago, Doughy Janela, that made the Marco's Pizza episode with John Daly. That was my pitch for a roast that he sent in So I am trying to take back the stolen roast valor. Here is my Hollywood Squares-inspired roast Bruceville Ranch. Thanks, Joe C. Roast at birdfuck.com.
You steal that roast?
This whole thing is suspect, but he's blaming his friend. Joe C. is blaming his friend Kevin for stealing doughy Janella, and how dare he? How dare someone else claim doughy Janella?
That's a great point. Well, this needs a susser investigation, I guess. I don't know. Whatever bullshit you guys want to do with it.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
I call myself Bruce Valanche in Twisted Metal. So
that's right.
Like he's just kind of stealing from that.
Well, it might, but this could be the other thing.
So, I mean, it sounds like he's
Is
just
he stealing or
Stealing or
taking
building.
inspiration?
That's what I'm saying.
That's okay.
Yeah,
He's building.
that's true.
Building.
I think he's stealing.
Well, he
He's
didn't just
stealing
call you
from me.
Bruce Valanche, though. He had put a little English on it.
Okay.
But I get it. I get what you're saying.
You think that people just walking around think I'm Bruce Valanche?
I think they think of Bruce Valanche, and then they're like...
There's nothing wrong with being Bruce Valanche.
There's nothing wrong with being Bruce Valanche.
He's funny as hell.
Very funny guy. Very successful guy. But I think people could say, like, hey, like, what's a Bruce Valanche, a famous big guy who's also funny? That's like Mitch. Let's change it specific to make it more chain restaurant.
Okay, so you're
focused.
saying people can you're trying to connect.
I'm not
some
saying
sort of
anyone's
bridge.
confusing you with Bruce Valanche.
Why?
You're
I
like
can't have
completely
any of it
different
today. It's a bad day.
He's having a bad day. He's tender today.
It's a cursed day.
It's a cursed day. I'm getting a colonoscopy.
guys. Yes.
It was supposed to be tomorrow.
You walked in and announced that.
But it is now. It is. Did I say
You
that?
came in and you said, so I'm getting a colonoscopy.
It was kind of your opener.
I'm getting a colonoscopy, and it started yesterday.
Yeah.
With taking, and look, this is on me for starting late, like always. You know me. I started late, but
Wait, what do you mean?
I took a couple Dulcolax. You take 2 of them, and they don't work exactly how I thought they would. I guess you could say. So
Did you think it would be more instant?
I thought it would just be like more normal. I guess.
More normal?
And has not been normal for me.
Okay. Well, you did that this morning. This is part of what you're supposed to do.
No, I did this. I did this
Yesterday.
last
yesterday.
night.
Okay, I apologize.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then this morning,
You had issues.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
My alarm. I didn't have to wake up to an alarm clock.
It was a different kind of.
Your
It was a
biological
different
clock
kind of
was
alarm.
ticking. You know
Yes,
what I'm
yes.
saying?
My biological clock was ticking.
Yeah.
A brown alarm. They could call it.
You've heard of brown noise.
Brown. That's my alarm went
brown
off with a
alarm.
brown
yeah,
noise.
that call was coming from inside the house.
So it was interesting, and also I thought that like I'm not trying to look if Zolcolax sponsors the pod. I
We'll
will
run an ad
happily.
for Dulcolax.
We'll
Promo
work with
code
Dulcolax.
Doughboys for 25% off your first order of Dulcolax.
I
There
would
you go.
love
You
to
can
work
use
with
that.
Dulcolax.
That one's for
The
free.
sad thing is, Dulcolax doesn't need us.
They don't need us, yeah.
They're way
They're
above us.
big,
They're
yeah.
big. They don't need us at all.
But let me tell you something, Dulcolax. No one needs to take a shit more than our listeners.
That's true.
Also, Coca-Cola stays number 1 because they advertise so consistently.
That's
so
a great point.
Dulcolax,
Fantastic
get on it.
point.
Yeah.
Get 25% off a ice cold classic Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.com.
With a little bit of Dulcolax.
An ice cold Dulcolax.
That's tomorrow. Is the Miralax.
What
Wait,
the
you
heck?
have 2 different
What is
ones you're
this
supposed to
2?
take?
Are
I'm
they-
taking
wait,
Dulcolax again today, which I'm not taking. I was like, I'm gonna take it like during the records. I'm not gonna take it during the records. And I'm supposed to go see a movie tonight with Casey. I don't think it's gonna happen.
gonna see
Casey.
it.
You might want to cancel
We're gonna go see
that.
The Wall.
I'm gonna go see The Wall. I
Oh,
don't
how
think Nick's
fun.
gonna make it. Yeah, it should be fun.
Gonna go see The Wall.
Is Dulcolax and Miralax? Are they like enemies? Like are they like
That's a great
competitors or
Yeah,
are they...
why are you using
No,
2
it's
different
like
ones?
Two
Dulcolax,
different
Miralax, and Miramax. I think all of them are.
Miramax?
They're all movie studios.
Right,
They
right,
also
right.
make.
Laxatives,
The Weinstein brothers own all 3. It's a weird.
Dulcolax is like
Forgot
Bummer.
that's the Weinstein
Yeah.
Brothers company.
it's like
Dulcolax is a stimulant laxative, so
Yeah.
it works faster than Miralax.
Got it.
yeah, and then
It works
Miralax is more of
faster
a
than Miralax?
softener.
Oh, Miralax is the one that I'm taking for like the flush.
Are you sure you
So-
have it
Well, I
right?
think they're both a flush.
I have it right. So
Okay.
I took and they're like a laxative, and then I can show you I'll show you the thing.
Your
But
little like
Yeah, I
prescription
want to
thing.
see the doctor's orders because I've had a colonoscopy before and I only had to drink the disgusting prep stuff. I didn't have to do any other kind of
Really?
flushing.
Well, maybe
heard
he's
about the
going
prep
in
thing,
for
yeah.
a specific
Well, that's
situation.
what I was about to ask is yours a more specific colonoscopy or are you just getting checked out?
I don't think so. They said that they would also cut any polyps out when they go in. So.
Okay. So this leads to my second theory, which is that I just had a generally botched colonoscopy.
Oh my
because
God.
I was
God.
awake for my colonoscopy.
Oh my
Because
God.
they originally
So you
thought it was
weren't in
going to
the-
be a
you weren't in the twilight?
sigmoidoscopy. I was not in twilight. I was fully conscious.
Oh my God.
And it's because they thought I was doing a sigmoidoscopy, which is just the lower intestine, not the full intestine.
Oh my God.
And so they didn't completely put me under.
Oh my God.
And I kept telling them, I was like, I'm still awake. And they were like, okay, well, we'll just give you fentanyl to like counteract the discomfort of us doing the colonoscopy.
Jesus.
And they actually saw things that they
insane.
had to cauterize.
Don't be scared. Don't
while
be
they were
scared.
in
Don't be
there.
scared.
Yeah,
It'll be
no,
fine. It'll be
I'm
Well,
fine.
clearly,
thrilled.
well, that's what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
so I
If that
think
hurts,
maybe
probably not
they
gonna happen to you.
didn't. I didn't have to do Ducalax and Miralax because they the whole time thought I was only doing the sigmoidoscopy, and then I showed up day of, and I was like, no, I was supposed to get the full colonoscopy, and so I probably wasn't as flushed as I should be. And that's why my experience was different. And they
Jesus.
didn't give me enough drugs to
Interesting.
knock me out because they just didn't have it prepared and ready. And so, yeah, I was awake for most of it. And then finally I went under at the very end and then had the most ridiculous experience trying to pass gas afterwards because I couldn't and they wouldn't let me leave until I did.
Right.
And so I had this like horrifying nurse come in
That
and
sucks.
talk to me like I was a baby to try to help me pass gas. And
Come
she
on,
was,
little
like,
poo-poo.
pushing- Yes, literally, yes. She was like pushing on my
Wow.
stomach. She was like, just, you got to do a little poo-poo. You got to do a little poo-poo.
Oh
Let's do a little
my God.
And I was like, this is a nightmare. This is literally a nightmare. I'm being held hostage by like this Annie Wilkes motherfucker
Yeah.
I
who
know.
like is getting off on this in some way and is like keeping me here.
Yeah,
for
and
some
your
reason.
your sphincter's
and I
never been so
can't
tight.
leave. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
leave.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
It was horrifying.
If
And
this
then
happens to me, I'm gonna fucking
finally
pull
I
a
did.
chief and fucking throw a water fucking fountain out the window. I'm not fucking.
Jump
No one's gonna
book.
say poo
Yeah.
poo.
Do that to me.
They're not doing that to me.
Don't
They're
let
not gonna
them.
do it to me.
Don't let them. I'm
That's-
changed now. I'm a changed person.
Yeah.
That story is horrifying.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
And
That
I
is
don't
a
know
horrifying
if our
story.
listeners clocked it. All 5 of us listening independently said, "Oh my God," at a certain point.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
I mean, that is the only
That-
reaction. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
It's like
it
we
was
just
really bad.
we just saw Kenny die. That's insane.
Screw you guys. I'm going. home.
That's our
So,
show.
Yeah.
Ba-da-bum-ba-dum.
To wrap up my story, I'll just say so yours is probably correct, and that's why I'm not familiar with the whole having to take extra stimulants.
Well, it's funny because they're like buy a bottle, and it's a smaller bottle of Miralax, but it's 14 servings,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like at 6 p.m. like the day before, which is an all liquid diet day, so tomorrow,
Yeah.
they're like put half of the bottle into into Gatorade. I'm like, how do we even measure half this bottle? And then the next morning at 6 a.m. or basically 6 hours before my
Mhm.
check-in, I put the other half in a Gatorade bottle, and I have to finish it like 4 hours before I go in, basically.
Actually, Mike just had a colonoscopy, and I don't think he had to do any of this either. Maybe
Do
Kaiser
you have
sucks.
some kind of like experimental doctor
Who's
who's like, I can't wait to get my hands on this guy?
See, Dr. Moreau, is that what's going on?
It seems very. I'll show you. I'll show you the info. It's
What's your insurance company?
Yeah, we're like, it's
my
written in
insurance.
crayon.
I have SAG.
Is it like Blue Cross Blue Shield?
Yeah, Anthem.
Anthem Blue
Okay,
Cross.
Anthem Blue
Yeah,
Cross.
Anthem Blue Cross.
Okay.
Maybe it's just a really thorough doctor.
Yeah.
That might be
Yeah.
it.
They're
That's-
very thoroughly clean.
Also, Kaiser
think
can be
it's
kind of
like-
wackadoo sometimes.
I think maybe Kaiser has just been really lax with their colonoscopy prep.
kind of wish they would be more.
That's my time. Okay.
I had LASIK years ago, and there were 2 separate friends that were both about to get LASIK and came to me and was like, "Hey, what should I expect?" It's gonna be, and to both of them, I was like, "It's gonna be fine. It's the easiest thing in the world." I was in there in 15 minutes. I walked out. I had 20/20 vision. It was 1 day of recovery. It's like the easiest procedure. Both of them had major complications.
Oh
So I just
my
reassured
God.
2 people in advance, and they both came to me later with like bloodshot eyes, like it didn't go good. I was
Oh
like,
my
oh my,
God.
felt horrible.
What the
They
fuck?
wouldn't have been any happier if they'd been dreading it before.
It's true, yeah.
So
By the way,
hurt
hold on, time
anything.
out. You told me that LASIK is great.
It is great.
And you
but
never told me this story till now.
a couple people we know did not have great experiences.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Amanda
I'm scared
Sitko
of LASIK,
had an okay
personally.
experience, didn't she?
Huh?
Amanda Sitko, did she have an okay
I
experience?
think so, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know some
She's
people
had
who
LASIK,
loved
yeah.
it. I know Chloe Dexter loved hers.
It scares me.
I personally don't want to get it because I've heard people go blind. So, and
Yeah.
doctors that tell, like the doctors that administrate it, if they are under contract with LASIK, if they have to wear glasses, because a lot of them don't get LASIK themselves, they are told to wear contacts on the day that they talk to you, so they don't wear
That's
Wow.
funny.
glasses.
Shout out to Amanda Sitko, by the way. I
Great LASIK.
I mean, I hear that it's like, but I got an astigmatism, right? Is that, yeah.
Mm.
that's
I
right.
have that too.
And I just figured out that I had glasses when I was younger, but I've had a bunch of floaters. Everything went sideways earlier this year. And that's a part of the reason I'm getting this colonoscopy. But I
I
think
figured out what's wrong with your eyes. It's up your ass.
I am going into Twilight. Mike, our video editor, make my skin sparkle like Twilight. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be
You
cool,
have just
yeah.
like a kawaii filter on. Like, so cute.
Coming for you, Bella.
Oh,
Is she very young in the books? Is that her name,
I
Bella?
think so. Yeah,
She's
they're in high
a
school.
teenager.
She's a high
Oh, okay,
schooler.
well.
16.
She's a high schooler.
Wags
But
is
you know
coming
what?
for you, Bella. Gonna change it.
Oh, wait a
You're
minute.
younger than the vampire she dates. So.
Right, he's hundreds of years old.
That's true. That's a great point.
I'm not
you're a
saying-
more
I'm not
appropriate
saying-
choice,
Yeah.
but not
This
the
book fucking
appropriate
rules.
choice.
It's an
I-
excuse.
I'm gonna be in Twilight.
Okay.
I auditioned last week. I got it. I'm gonna be in the new Twilight movie.
Oh, congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah, kind of a weird way to announce
Yeah.
it, I guess. But no, I'm gonna be in. They're gonna put me. I guess is that what it means to
Yeah.
be put under with anesthesia? Twilight.
Well, it's like
Twilight sleep.
Twilight's like
oh,
you're kind
You're
of
like not
in
fully
between.
under.
Semi-conscious.
You're
yeah.
not fully out, but you
Oh.
don't. You're not gonna.
It's like
be
you're
cognizant.
so out of it
Yeah.
that you're conscious, but you don't remember having
Yeah.
been conscious. Unlike me, who was fully conscious and remembered.
Did you
that's
see-
But you are supposed to be in Twilight.
Did you
for
see
a
Hannibal?
colonoscopy.
Hannibal. Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
the
with
the
so-
end and like
Oh,
you
when
know,
he's.
Ray Liotta
when
is he's kind of like in a
feasting on his
Twilight
own
that
zone.
better
brains,
not fucking
yeah.
happen to me. That's
They're
crazy.
not gonna do that to me.
But you won't remember it after.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So I eat my brain. I'll be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's
Bitch
still
is
in
smarter.
the body.
I mean, Ray Liotta went on to act in many more things.
He did.
That's
yeah,
true. That
that's
is true. He's fine.
Leota? I'm
Leota.
saying everybody's
Ray
names
Liotta,
Ray
wrong.
yeah.
Liotta. I think we were all copying.
I don't know how to say.
you say
No,
Leota?
he
You
said
said Leota?
Leota.
I thought I said Leota.
I said
I know his
Leota.
name.
You said
It's on
Leota.
me.
Okay.
It's fine.
The great Ray Liotta, may he
R.I.P.
rest in peace.
Yes.
Speaking of which, there's wait, what did you say to me? Know what I'm afraid of? Oh my god.
You all right?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Do you want to play your drop and reset?
Yes,
Okay.
let's hit him with a drop, Emma.
Yeah, we did get wildly off track for you guys.
My brain is broken.
Wow. Did I do that? This garbage disposal needs more power.
Eat one frosty chocolate milkshake, bad guys.
To get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop.
1, 2, 3. It stinks.
I can't go on trial. I'm so sad.
TV sucks.
That was the channel surfing drop. I liked it.
I liked it.
I thought it was creative.
Kind of a
Artsy.
collection of all of our various impressions of 90s sitcom characters.
All
along
bad
with some real clips.
impressions.
Yeah, all very bad.
Hi everyone. This drop idea came to me as I was falling asleep after listening to the latest double. I hope it hasn't been done before. Chris Finke. Finke's done
Finke's
it again.
back.
Finke's back.
Drops
Wags-
at birdfuck.com.
what I'm afraid of being a Twilight. I wonder if you have the same fear. I bet you do. Is I'm just afraid of saying something fucking stupid and
Yeah, it's
embarrassing
really
myself.
embarrassing.
That's like what I'm afraid of, just being like a fucking idiot in
That's-
front of the
Well,
doctors.
what I hate about
it's
being
just
drunk
you
in
and the
public.
doctors, though, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, don't let them record it.
I don't know.
Or
I don't know if you
could be content.
do.
People do speak.
in Twilight. Oh, okay.
People, yeah.
Okay.
You're like you're interacting with people. You just can't feel
Okay.
anything, and you're just not like.
and then you're
like,
truly
"Nah."
don't remember after. Because
Some people do, some people don't. But they're like, I don't remember making decisions to say things or do that, but I guess I did. That kind of thing.
Kind of like a zombie sort of state, I guess.
Yeah.
it's the way it's supposed to go is like you close your eyes, you open them, and it's done.
Yeah,
That's
right.
how you're supposed to experience it.
I don't know because I've known most people. They're awake.
Fucking
I don't know.
shit.
It'll be fine. Whatever happens,
You're gonna
it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's gonna
maybe
be fine.
maybe for like getting your wisdom teeth out. But
No,
I think
wisdom
for
teeth, you're knocked out.
I thought for a colonoscopy you are fully
Many
not
people
supposed
I
to
know
remember it.
have watched it.
That's what happened
I've
to
heard of
me.
this.
Yeah.
But maybe those
I
people
remember
had
watching it
sigmoid
the first time when I did it
oscopies.
as a
Yeah.
kid. I
Yeah,
haven't done it
people
in
watch it.
forever.
They
And I don't
probably
even
wanna
remember.
put kids fully
under.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
If they
15,
But I know
14,
adults
15.
who watched their own.
Maybe it depends on what
Maybe
type
that's
you're
content.
getting.
Maybe,
That's
maybe
what
I'll get a copy
I
of the
think maybe these people had
Patreon.com.
sigmoidoscopies.
be a little video nasty. Is that a porno?
Video nasty?
Is it porn?
Sounds like a porno.
Is it,
No, it's just what they call like R-rated movies.
all right, yeah. It's like a video nasty. I'm gonna bring it. It is literally it's a video nasty. I'm gonna bring it in. Anyways, I don't think I can go to the wall tonight.
It's fine, I understand.
In summation.
Where are you going to see it at?
It's
Bad
bad.
idiots.
Oh, that's fun. Did you know that
All in all, just another brick in my pants. Just saying that's what can happen.
He's back. That was good.
Yeah.
The
really well done.
did you know I found this out recently. Did you know that Pink Floyd's The Wall lost the Best Album Grammy to Christopher Cross's self-titled debut?
That's so
That's
funny.
real.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
That's so insane.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that's
I like
classic
Christopher
Grammys.
Cross, but
Good
what is that?
album.
What is that? Was it have Ride Like the Wind?
Yeah,
and,
it's got all
Sailing.
those songs. It's basically got
Yeah.
all of his hits are on one album. It's a good
Yeah.
album.
It's a great album
it's
for
not-
Christopher Cross. It's not.
Yes.
It's no The Wall.
It's not The
It's not the
Yeah.
wall. That's insane.
You know, Mitch, most Americans think they spend about $62 per month on subscriptions. But get this, the real number is closer to $300.
That is literally thousands of dollars a year, Wags, half of which we've probably forgotten about. Thankfully, we started using Rocket Money.
Rocket Money.
They found a bunch of subscriptions we'd forgotten all about and helped us cancel the ones we didn't want anymore.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, I have full control over my subscriptions and a clear view of my expenses. I can see all of my subscriptions in one place, and if I see something I don't want, Rocket Money can help me cancel it with a few taps.
Relax, Jemmy. It's Rocket Money, not Red Rocket Money.
I love how the dashboard shows me this month's spending compared to last month, so I can clearly see my spending habit.
Plus, they'll help us create a custom budget and keep our spending on track.
Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They'll deal with customer service for you.
Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features.
I wish it was Red Rocket Money. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/doughboys. That's rocketmoney.com/doughboys. rocketmoney.com/doughboys.
Do it.
Our guests today host the podcast Teen Creeps, Lindsay Katai and Kelly Nugent, returning to the pod. So great to have you back. Have we had you in the main feed before? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, once. We did one double, one main feed, and then I did another double.
That's right.
And I did another.
And
double.
you did.
Yeah.
That's right,
double,
yeah. Well,
Well,
great to
you're
have
here
you
for
back.
some real
Thank you for
bullshit
having
today.
us.
Yeah.
As you can see from this plate in front of you that has a piece of broccoli on it.
This is great. We are in the
You know what's funny is that I was going to be like, I'm gonna eat some broccoli, and then I can't actually even eat broccoli.
Yeah.
now.
I
it's
can't eat it. Yeah,
gaseous.
I can't eat any, like they say, like no small like you can't eat salad.
Can't eat small
Interesting.
vegetables.
Yeah, you can't eat no small. Truly, no small, like no salads, no
I
tomatoes,
see.
onions.
Is it good stuff? Fibrous
It's gotta be-
content? What's
I
the
guess
issue?
so.
And, and it's got to be see-through mostly.
Wow.
Which is crazy because that's why I brought in chips, crackers, and cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
either
fucking losing it.
it's like light-colored foods, and then you go into like fully like opaque food.
What?
And I am actually weirdly hungry. I don't know
weird.
why that is. I don't know if my stomach is emptying out for the first time in forever. But
that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Should you? Do you want to eat something? You can snack
Yeah, you
on
can.
something.
I might have a cracker and cheese as we go along. But no, this morning was rough, and it lasted till about 10 minutes into our scheduled record time, basically. But
it's working out.
Yeah, it's working out. And also, did you see was it called the Sopranos?
Sopranos truck.
The Sopranos
food
truck
truck is
Sopranos
outside.
Deli. It's
Sopranos
called
truck
the
outside?
Sopranos Deli.
Yeah, the Sopranos
Ah.
Deli truck is
Huh?
outside.
I did.
What
not
does
see
it
that.
serve?
Bunch of Soprano themed sandwiches. It looked like.
Oh. Interesting.
Mob justice.
That's. I was trying to think of like cold fishes or something. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't think
Yeah.
of what to say.
Goldfish. Yeah.
Yeah, hot lead and cold fish.
Yeah.
It's probably like Big Pussy's Pastrami Reuben. It's things like
Yeah.
that. It's just named
Yeah.
after characters in the
Jesus.
show.
It's one of the characters.
Yeah.
I've
Why
never
was
seen
it?
The Sopranos.
You picked
Oh.
you made it gross for whatever. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
First
could've-
guy that came to
Could have
mind.
picked like Carm or like,
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
or just like teas.
I don't know. I heard
Carm
Sopranos.
Farm.
Big
Pussy's
Pussy was top of
pastrami
mind.
sandwich.
Oh my god!
It does sound gross.
Big Pussy's roast beef.
Look, you're a comedian. Your mind went to the funniest choice first.
I guess so. Okay, I want to talk about because we're in. It's August. We're in the Garden of Eatin all month long. We're talking about vegetables in the main feed, fruit in the Patreon feed. I want to get to that. But before we do that, we're sitting next to Jemmy here, who Kelly is petting. Jemmy is taking a nap.
I'll make him a sandwich you can't refuse.
That's good. That's really good.
I mean, it's not in
Yeah.
Sopranos.
It's still good. It's the kind of thing Silvio would say. He was always quoting mob movies.
That's good.
That's
We,
true.
we were talking before Mitch arrived about everyone's cats and dogs. Katai, you got Edwin. Kelly, you got Noodle, LH, and Hook. What's the cat and dog situation with each of you?
like
What do you have? What's
Okay.
the spread?
one dog,
Yeah.
Huck, 2 cats, LH standing for Little Henry, and Noodle.
Cute.
Mm-hmm. And they get along.
Yeah, that's great.
Mhm.
We get to get like a house where there's like a lot of good chemistry between the animals. You don't want to
Yeah.
mourn with each other.
Yeah.
And Edwin, I know, has lost some teeth recently.
Edwin did lose some teeth
Yeah.
recently. He's 10 or 11. He's we think a Chihuahua Beagle mix, maybe a Chiweenie, but we think a Cheagle. He just got 15 teeth taken out. He had
Wow.
15
Wow.
teeth taken out in 2020 or 2021. So he's only got 7 left.
This is a
You know
stressor
what?
episode for
Yeah,
me.
Jemmy actually woke up while you were saying that. So I got nervous.
LH and Edwin are like syncing with the teeth situation.
Yeah, they are.
Because every time one of them gets teeth taken out, the other one also gets teeth taken out.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
syncing menstrual cycles.
Yes,
but
but for teeth, and it's
dogs.
every
Yeah.
couple years.
Yeah, teeth cycles.
Poor
Are they similar
Edwin.
ages?
LH is 14.
Okay, yeah,
Teeth
yeah.
sinking.
Seniors. They're both seniors.
both
seniors,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Edwin really does not get along with my daughter, Ramona.
Mm.
Question for you. I am afraid to get Wally and Irma's teeth clean.
Yeah.
No. Don't let that stop you.
Do
In
it.
fact, do
Do
it
it.
more often because
they'll be
This is
happy.
what prevents them from needing that many teeth out.
Okay.
Is the
Because
cleaning.
also feline resorption, that's like such a thing. Like that's why LH she only has like 2 little bottom fangs left and then like tiny front teeth. And then I think 1 molar.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing.
I'm afraid to put them under.
How old are they? LH
They're
just
8.
went on. LH just went under, and she's 14. She was fine.
Okay. I
But
might wait
they
a
know
year
what
or
they're
2.
doing.
I'm
Go
gonna see what
to a
happens.
good vet.
No, don't wait.
Don't
to do
wait.
it.
Don't wait.
Don't
Well,
wait.
the doctor
Because
said
that-
that Irma's teeth is good. The vet said that Irma's teeth is good, and then she said Wally's like kind of bad, but that he could maybe get it soon.
Well,
so
here's the thing: is that's what our vet told us, and then when we did the full anesthetic teeth cleaning, we were like, I thought his teeth looked fine. They were like, yeah, they did look fine, but we don't really know until we go under the gum line. And I'm like, then
wow.
why the fuck did you tell me they looked fine if you knew that you couldn't actually assess the
Right.
teeth unless you did a full cleaning? And then our
Yeah.
fucking pet insurance denied our claim because it had been more than 13 months since we've done the last
Mhm.
anesthetic cleaning. And I didn't know
Oh.
that was a rule.
Also, for cats, the gum resorption thing is that the root gets like eaten by the gums.
yeah.
So you can't see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might be worth it. They'll be
I
fine.
talked to a couple people who's I've talked to 2 people who's had situations where they put their pet under and they
No,
passed.
stop.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What? Is that why
Yeah.
you're scared?
Yeah, that's why I'm terrified. I don't. So I
Well,
mean, I
Alex
know
has
that
gone
it's
under, like,
rare.
4 times.
I know it's rare,
Yeah.
but still. Scares me.
That is
Right.
scary.
Yeah. So I've been brushing. I got cat toothpaste and
they let
finger
you?
scrubs. No, it's very hard with Wally.
Yeah.
I got them greenies treats that are also like dental treats. But also speaking of this,
Wait, did you try the cat toothpaste? What's it flavored like?
no, I didn't try the fucking cat
Taste it.
toothpaste. It's like
Fish
tuna
flavored.
They're
flavor.
like
Tuna
chicken and
flavor.
tuna.
Yeah.
You think it's
Gnarly.
minty?
Usually
Demi
food.
has peanut butter flavored toothpaste.
Aw,
I'd be
lucky.
curious. That's the thing. I'd be curious to try the animal.
We'll do it on a
toothpaste.
double at some
Okay.
point.
Toothpaste.
Oh, I love it.
T, can you believe this? Gluten-free bread. They whacked the glutes.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
thought it was fucking gold.
That was pretty good. That was good.
Adriana eats that shit. I can't tolerate it. Christopher.
See, I'm silent because I've never seen The Sopranos. That's what we're doing today.
You gotta see
You've never seen The
Sopranos. Oh.
Okay, well, this has been so fun. Guys.
Just backflips out of
Yeah,
there.
get out of here. Go sit in the
Oh my
Sopranos.
Go eat at the
God,
truck.
I think I have to go.
Yeah, watch it in the truck. They got a plane in the truck. You told a story before the podcast started about. I mean, you want to just repeat what happened to you?
Yeah, we're
Sure.
definitely staying in kind of a medical sort of area, but I think that's just where
Yeah.
everyone's brains were in advance of this record.
I've got more if you guys want.
Yeah, we were very like medically forward at the beginning.
Yeah, well, we're all of a certain age.
So yeah, because I had mentioned, that I'm normally fine to go to the dentist, but occasionally I get scared because one time I went in and I thought everything was fine, and the dentist was like, "Oh, you have like bone loss, like behind your front teeth, and we don't know what that is." And her first question to me was, "Do you have a history of like oral cancer in your family?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, okay, well, we're probably gonna have to pull out all your front teeth. And I was
Oh
like,
my god.
That is such a leap.
because she
Yeah.
was like, it's just gonna keep growing and like it's gonna eat like all of your teeth, like the roots.
Jesus.
And I was like, whoa, that sounds crazy. And she's like, well, I'll send you to a root canal specialist. So the root canal specialist, of course, obsessed with root canals, wanted to root canal all my front teeth. And I was like, again, this seems kind of crazy. So I went to an oral surgeon in Beverly Hills, and he had a CT scan thing. So he just CT scanned my head. And he was like, okay, well, it's not touching your roots yet. So let's just take it out and we'll do a bone graft and we'll see what it is. And I was like, well, what could it be? And he's like, well, it could be a couple things. And I was like, well, could it be cancer? And he was like, maybe, but I don't think so. So then I get put
Still
under.
not confident enough
Yes,
for
no,
me.
no,
It's horrifying.
And so it was like, we're going to find out what it is when they scoop it out and also like do bone grafts like all along the
That's
back
like
of the
such
hard
a
palate.
much more responsible response
right.
to me.
Oh.
It's like, well, let's test it.
Yeah.
Let's investigate and then decide.
Also, okay, the freaking root canal guy was like, because I was like, well, he's like, I can't tell if it's reached your like root yet, if it's killing these teeth. And I was like, well, how can we find out? He's like, well, you could get a CT scan, or like, I don't have one, so I'll just have to go in.
I'll just
And
have
I was
to,
like-
take your face off.
Yeah, I literally was like, okay, I'm gonna like go get a CT scan. So I
Yeah.
like went and did that.
Let's do the first thing that you thought of
normal
instead
thing.
of the insane second thing.
So then I go in and like I'm very nervous because I'm like, what is it? Like, what could it be? Blah, blah, blah. And as I'm coming out, I'm still like out of it, but I do remember like seeing the doctor and like grabbing him and being like, what was it? And I have like gauze, like, I'm like, what was in my mouth? And he was like, it was just a bunch of teeth. And then walks away and I was like, huh? And then later he like sat down with me and he's like, so that was a twin. So like you, when you were in the womb, like subsumed a twin cell and it was just dormant in your body. And then eventually it began forming. And sometimes people get them like in their like leg and it'll be like hair and teeth and stuff like,
Oh my god.
Right.
yeah.
Wow.
But so this was
growing
like,
crazy places. At least yours was growing where it
Yeah,
should
teeth
yeah,
in your
teeth
mouth.
and teeth.
Right.
Yeah.
And then so it's fine
be.
now.
Your twin was smarter than other people's twins. Trying to grow out of a knee.
I mean, it's my twin after all.
Yeah.
So you consumed a Doughboys first. You consumed your twin.
In the womb, yeah.
I also consumed my twin. I was like 3 or 4 months old.
You're like, baby, hungry.
Slurping down.
How was
Spaghetti is delicious.
You should do an episode about
leg
it.
going in my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't guess I don't have to give a
imagine
visual of a baby's
Yeah.
leg going
Keep
in a
it
baby's
vague.
mouth.
Going, inside another baby.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That is truly a wild story.
It's actually like pretty common. Like a lot of people have them. They don't. I think the thing is like they don't really know what it is because they're just like, oh, sometimes it's just like tooth cells, and it's like, yeah, but that wasn't from you because it would have grown.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
because your tooth cell grew as normal teeth.
Yeah.
It is crazy to think there's a world where like there's an exact copy of you basically that you're like my best friend, and in this world it's just like it's spare teeth. Like,
Yeah, and they just like
toss them in the
Right.
trash.
put it in the
Exist.
freaking dumpster.
Yeah, in another world, it was just like your closest companion, and
We
like
had our own
you
language.
shared all of
Yeah.
your secrets. You had your own
Yeah.
language. You like eschewed other relationships in favor of one
Yeah.
another.
Swap clothes in school. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But my
no,
twin's
for
in the
you, it's just a
dumpster.
bunch of junk. My twin is literal trash.
It's literal garbage, probably in the sewer.
Well, we're happy you're here instead of that evil twin of yours.
Thank you. I'm actually the evil one.
Oh boy. Okay, I have a question for you, which is focused. Go on, Mitch. What are you
I
gonna
was just gonna say you make a good point about like Doughboys is now being like my colonoscopy tomorrow. It just sucks. We're
Maybe-
getting old.
yeah. Maybe by the time when we're having to have,
Fitted for coffins.
exactly. I was going to say procedures on
next
our
week.
assholes. That might be time to rethink the format of the
Yeah.
podcast.
A
Like,
possibility.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I
th-
think
th- it's good
been
we're
going
doing.
on for too long.
it's good we're doing
Okay.
this. This is like this will have
You
a
gotta get
cleansing
checked
effect
out,
for the
yeah.
month of
I mean,
August.
my God.
Exactly.
Well-
Look at that big bunch of broccoli that's on our table in the video
Right,
feed.
Look at that thing.
Cancer preventer.
It's true. I want to before
Is that
before
true?
we get to that.
Broccoli?
Mhm.
I can't eat it today. Shit
You're
out of
fucked.
luck.
You're fucked.
Today's the day you were gonna get cancer. Unfortunately.
Dear God.
Of all days, it happens on one day. It happens just one day.
Yeah, just go to a CT scan.
It's just
a tooth.
where it
Twin
falls
again.
Yeah.
I want to ask about something particular to teen creeps because we have been y'all discuss YA fiction on your podcast. A lot of fun to do.
Or torture.
Yeah, it's fun.
hard.
It's genuinely fun to guest on because I'm reading stuff that I would never read otherwise, and then we get to talk about it. But we've been talking about a thing on the Doughboys for a while, which is the Mitch one book challenge. We're trying to get Mitch to read one book in a calendar year, and
Oh.
I have
That'd
a
be
pitch.
with us, yeah.
I have my own pitch, which is. I think Stephen King's Carrie would be a good one.
Yeah, it's
it's
short,
it's a
too.
horror movie.
Yeah.
It's a horror like a great horror movie adaptation.
like
It's a
this.
horror book,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a short. It's like under 300 pages, so I think that's
it's
very
like one of his
manageable.
shortest ones.
But I'm curious if y'all have anything, and not to put you too much on the spot, but if anything comes to mind, is like, oh, that would be a good one for Mitch to tackle. I know you like horror, but that's a big genre you're into. What else are you into?
Remember that story about the lady pushing on Lindsay's stomach and saying, "Go
Yeah.
poo poo." This is what it feels like, basically.
Well, then you should read Misery.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Misery's a great
Yeah,
rack.
there you go.
Yeah.
I was
that was the reference that Annie Wilkes is a character in Stephen King's Misery who like talks babyish.
Yeah.
Oh,
And is
right.
keeping
Right.
Paul
And you'll probably recognize her from
prisoner.
the movie.
Yeah,
Kathy
yeah.
Bates.
Yes.
And
And that is a great one too.
I watched
Great.
in the. By the way, also to make me feel bad, I would not feel bad. It was very kind. Emma and Amelia were like, "We could put a out of order sign on the door in the bathroom for you,ch was so kind." And I was.
No one's in there.
And I was like,
So they
and I was
always has a
horrified. I was like, "No,
guaranteed
don't
bathroom."
fucking do this. Don't."
Well, we
We
could
weren't
do
gonna tell anybody.
put like a sign that's like Mitch
Mitch's
only.
room. Yeah.
No girls allowed.
Mitch's potty.
I mean, everyone. If it said Mitch only, people would know what the
Doughboys.
deal was.
If you put out of order on a bathroom, what would happen is at a certain point you would walk out of the bathroom with the out of order sign just as a Headgum hunk was looking at you.
Yes.
Like, all right, I see what happened.
Or a Headgum
Yeah.
hunk would go in there and
Yeah.
try to like repair the toilet because they also are handy and they're good at fucking everything. The Headgum hunks, I don't know if you guys know about them, but it's most of the office.
A lot of attractive people.
A lot
who
of
work
attractive people that work here. They're good at everything. They're like different species from us,
there. Yeah.
basically.
And then we have a little cave for the Doughboys. You guys can hide in here. No windows. Don't worry.
In fact, we'll cover up every window there is. That is what happened over and then you got shades installed in the other studio.
It's true, and I think that's helpful.
I am very nervous about today. My stomach is hurting again, just to let everyone know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I went to, this probably didn't help. I went to dinner. Speaking of teen creeps, this is not a teen creep. It's a teen heartthrob. I went to dinner with your lovely husband
Yes.
the other night.
He is a heartthrob.
And we saw, what the hell is his name?
Jimmy Angel.
Jimmy Angel,
Yes.
teen heartthrob. Which it's funny, he's 89 years old, but he was great, Wags.
Yeah, he was apparently.
You were invited.
I was invited. It was you, Mike Carlson, and Susser all went, right?
Yeah.
And you saved a chair for me, which was very nice. But I was like, but it was starting at like 9 p.m. I was like, I can't go to that.
We
That's
took
so
we took a
late.
photo of the empty chair and sent it to Weiger, which I don't think you responded to.
I didn't see it till the next morning.
Tim Chang also came by for 20 minutes.
Wow.
That is always how Tim Chang sees that show. Is he comes by for like the last 20 minutes
Yeah,
at like midnight.
he came by for 20 minutes. He ate all of our vegetables. This is true. And then he went to like a dance party. It was very funny. But the show
Tim Chang
was
is young.
He is
Young
he's
guy.
young. He's young. It was a great show. He was a great performer. He kept talking about how like James Dean, my friend, the best actor there ever was, and then he's like, we're across from the best studio in the world, Warner Brothers Studio. He was doing this. It was great. It was great. If you ever get to if you go to the Smokehouse, which I had a great meal at,
Legendary restaurant in Burbank.
I had a great.
Lovely historic spot.
Yeah.
This is controversial. I think I had a better meal there than my last Musso and Frank's. I love
Wow.
both of them.
Okay.
Wow.
But it was a good meal at Smokehouse, and
Two heavy Hollywood hitters.
that's true.
It's
Yeah.
true.
And then I walked by the Shatner booth.
Uh huh.
That's it.
Yeah,
Gave
I know
it
the
a
Shatner
little
booth.
salute.
I can't tell the story about the Shatner booth
Why would you bring it up?
because
Mitch,
They're
Mitch has a story
tease.
that he wants to tell that he told once that I edited out of the podcast because it was told to me in confidence. But there's a Shatner
okay.
booth, and there's
Okay.
something to do with Shatner booth.
Okay.
I mean,
Mitch really wants to say it.
I do want to say it, but we don't have to say it.
It's his one
God
colonoscopy
forbid.
wish. You have to let him say
I'll-
it.
That's where William Shatner had a colonoscopy.
Mitch, want to know one of my favorite sounds? Here it is. That's the sound I hear when I'm learning a new language with Babbel. And if you want to learn a new language this year, I guarantee it will be one of your favorite sounds too.
Be your better you with Babbel, the science-backed language learning app that actually works. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you speak the language.
Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel's designed for real people, for real conversations.
Babbel's tips and tools are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching, so you're ready to practice what you've learned in the real world.
Mitch, I use Babbel, and Babbel's convenient courses in my language of choice, Spanish or Espanol, have helped me learn real-life conversation skills. So easy to learn how to order food, or ask for directions, or speak to merchants. And a lot of that is stuff you end up doing here in LA, where a lot of the population speaks Spanish.
It's true, Wags. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others continue to prove Babbel is better. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. With none of those pesky college students.
Ugh, don't get me started. Babbel has over 16 million subscriptions sold. Plus, all of Babbel's 14 award-winning language courses are backed by their 20-day money-back guarantee.
Here's a special limited-time deal for our listeners right now. Get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/doughboys. That's right. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/doughboys, spelled BABBEL.com/doughboys.
Rules and restrictions may apply.
Thanks, nerd.
Mitch, it's been so hot lately. And you know what I want on a hot day? A cold summer treat.
That's right. You know what? An ice cold glass of lemonade could be nice.
How fun is that? How about a nice cold brew dog?
How about this? A little ice cream cone. Lip, lick.
Look, I love an ice cream cone, but you know what else? Like a slushie.
A slushie's really good.
A lot of fun.
Well, Wags, one thing's for sure. The heat of summer is here, and your favorite summer treat could be giving you extraordinary hydration.
Liquid IV has refreshing summer flavors like popsicle firecracker and rainbow sherbet that hit the spot when you need transformative, hydrating relief all summer long.
Wow. Indulge in hydration with electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients from the #1 powdered hydration brand in America, Liquid IV.
Mitch, you like that popsicle firecracker.
Wags, I do. I tried the popsicle firecracker and I love it. It tastes like I'm licking a little popsicle firecracker on a hot summer day. I love it. I like strawberry. That's my go-to. I'm a strawberry guy. Rainbow sherbet. It reminds me when I was with my grandma and she used to take me for some rainbow sherbet as a boy. Wow, it's delicious.
How fun is that? It's great for during a workout, long flights, hot days outside, and hey, can help you stay hydrated while traveling, going to summer festivals, or maybe after a night out.
Wags, I'll tell you, I had a night in last night, and I ended my night with a nice cold glass of water with some strawberry Liquid IV mixed in, and it was fantastic. Cool off your summer with the reimagined flavors of iconic treats like rainbow sherbet and popsicle firecracker, or make your own Liquid IV popsicles. That's right. Indulgent flavors keep your wellness rituals fresh and keep you motivated and hydrated. Find all your favorite flavors on their website, from acai berry and lemon lime to pina colada, Wags.
Wow. Choose from their line of sugar-free flavors like raspberry melon, white peach, and green grape. Liquid IV is more than just a drink. It's a science-backed way to hydrate better.
Tear, pour, live more. 1 stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone.
Powered by LIV Hydroscience, TM, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free, but not flavor-free.
Wags, let me tell you, I was on set recently. I think you can guess what show. And I was there was some stunt stuff. I was dying. Got a Liquid IV. Felt fantastic.
Wow.
That's the truth. Indulge in hydration this summer with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Doughboys at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code Doughboys at liquidiv.com. Do it.
And we're back.
We're back. The story was told.
It was
story was
worth
told.
it. It was worth it.
Man.
So everyone knows.
Okay, we're talking fruits and vegetables this month. I'm curious, the two of
It's
you.
healthy. Wait, what are we calling it? Healthy month.
Garden of Eatin.
Oh, fuck.
You
That's
guys
the name
have-
of it.
The
Healthy
most,
month and
like,
Garden of Eatin.
there was this one, I don't remember if I commented because I feel kind of dorky commenting on anything on Instagram. But the puns that you guys had going for one of your months, like there were like 12 puns all in 1 month seemingly. And I was just like so impressed by how good. I was like, I kept laughing, and I usually don't think puns are that
I usually
funny.
don't like
Yes.
puns either, but your guys' puns are good.
It just
Well,
like
thank you.
kept kept hitting me in waves. I was like, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was just like so many.
Was it
puns.
Do Quiero? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
was it? The whole thing?
Doquiero Oh god.
For whom the bell does, Munch Madness 2024, the Tournament of Champions, Do Quiero Talk O Bell. That's what it was, yeah.
That's
so good.
It
real
was
nightmare of
that final
wordplay.
talk Obel that I
Right.
was just like, this is a masterpiece.
Look, that was a collab. Everyone chimed in on the text thread. It takes a village. We do that a lot. We will go like just
that was
craft a real nightmare of a portmanteau.
We made it the longest title possible.
I think that's why your guys' are funny though, because you're embracing the chaos and you're just like putting like gilded lily on gilded lily on gilded
Yeah,
lily.
that's actually
I
'cause
like
one
that.
is not
One,
funny.
I'm
One
like,
is
go
shut
fucking
the
die.
fuck up.
I
Yeah.
hate
And
that.
12 is like just
Because
Like,
I
hats
like,
off
because,
to
okay,
you.
the vibe of a normal pun is like, and I'm like, go die. Then your guys is like, and I'm like, oh, I actually do. I respect that. I like that. It's funny.
So I
That's
think we
very
need to
kind of you
go-
to say, but I disagree. I think it
Yeah,
sucks.
they're bad. They're awful. But we should we should push Garden of Eatin a little bit. Then we need to like Garden of Eatin : like salad days are here again or something like colon.
Yeah.
Like
Holidays are here again.
yeah.
Salad Days was the original pitch for the month, so we
Oh, well,
could
there you
just
go.
use both pitches.
Salad days : the Garden of
yeah,
Eatin.
I want to
Yeah.
be.
We'll figure out something
I
else.
want like 5 more just like shoved in there with
It is
like
easy
an
being
intense
green.
energy.
Yeah.
Salad days are here again. HEAR are here. Like
Right.
you're listening to
Like
the
we're
podcast.
hearing, like you're listening to the podcast.
Salad
yeah.
days are here.
Yeah. I think
Salad
we
days
can.
are here. A pod.
It's good.
Oh, like peas?
The green podster, like the green monster, and
The green podster?
yeah,
What?
like the green monster at
At Fenway. I mean,
Fenway,
I love the green monster, but where does the green
We're just
podster come
pitching
in?
here.
All right,
May
green
not be the
I
idea,
like
maybe
the
it's the
green
idea that gets us to
podster.
the idea.
We're gonna keep brainstorming. It's gonna
We'll
be
figure
good.
all that out.
Yeah.
Whatever
Is
it
this
is.
our jump the shark month? It might be. But look, I'm dying. We're dying.
We're dying.
We're fucking dying. We need to stop. We're doing a health month. Fucking eat the vegetable and tell us what you think about the fucking vegetable. For God's sakes, we're dying.
And if you don't like it, shut the fuck up. We don't want to
Hell,
hear it.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
Because we're fucking
1 month.
dying.
We're fucking dying.
I turned 42 last week.
Oh, happy
It's
birthday.
hard.
HBD.
It's hard. Thank you so much.
I'm joining you in that. I'm joining you in the 42 club this year.
I'm 43. How about that?
Hey.
What fun ages we all are.
You were talking this morning.
Shut up, Kelly.
Yeah, I won't speak.
You were doing age math this morning, and the answer would have been depressing. Well, you don't have to say
Oh
the
yeah,
specifics
figuring
of
out
it.
that my I was closer in age to my friend's mom than my friend. That was interesting. My younger friend.
Oh my god. One of my boyfriend and his brother are like pretty. I mean, they're far apart in age, but also like I think that the older brother just looked tired that day, and they were selling something from their studio, and the person that came was like, "Oh, can you get your son to help?" And like
Wow.
thought that they were father and son instead of brothers 8 years apart.
Oh
Wow,
man,
that's
that
wild.
sucks.
Yeah, he was pretty depressed about that actually.
I like that. Like I think that's kind of fun when there's families like a brother that's 12 years. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
it's like
Or
sometimes
like a
it's-
young uncle. You want a young uncle
You're
sometimes.
talking about young uncles
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fun. In like sometimes it's like ooh, like a little accident as people call it. But then sometimes
Sure.
you're just like a staggered family where there's one who's like 15 years older than like the youngest one.
Well,
or
a lot of
whatever.
those are like not actually. You know what I mean? Like, okay, how do I put this?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Secret.
There's some
Yes,
half
where there's
siblings or
secrets,
something.
Where they're,
or
where
yeah.
they're like, oh,
Oh.
the girl like went to camp for a year and she came back and oh my gosh, now she has a baby sister.
Right,
But it's like
right.
the mom is saying that's her child.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always
Like
that's always
the plot of Andy Mack.
Mm.
Leland Bowden started.
Mm.
I didn't realize that was the premise.
Yeah, sorry to give away.
Oh, is that kind
I
of
mean,
a...
it happens in the first episode.
Oh,
They
okay.
tell you in the first episode. But yeah, she thinks Andy Mack thinks she has this just like very cool older sister, Bex, who Leland plays. But Bex was actually her mother.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would reveal it would be if I was your son at the end of the Doughboys.
All
That's
kinds
why you
of
guys
problems
have
with
such
that.
an antagonistic
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
It's actually a
Oh.
father-son,
Dad's always
not
fucking
friends.
right to me.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
I'm trying to do the math. I don't think it's plausible. Well, you'd have to be younger is the thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm secretly younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your parents told you were about to turn 42, but you're actually 32.
Yeah, that would work.
I'm not sure.
It would be sad, but
Yeah,
it
that
would
would be-
work.
Yeah,
It would be
I mean,
like really sad.
It would be sad if you
It'd be
like
a
believed
sadder
it. I guess if
one.
they like hit you in the head every day for 10 years and you like didn't remember those 10 years.
It would also be sad because then that means that Weiger became a father. It would.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
what, like, yeah. Was this a May-December sort of situation? What's going on
Oh,
here?
no.
I don't know. I have no idea what's happening
Yeah.
there.
Let's not decide.
Yeah, let's not
because
dig
it's
into
not
this.
real,
Let's-
and we don't
let's
have
wait
to.
for
It's
no
true.
one's making us
AO3.
do this.
It's
You
true.
know what though? I got faith in the 11-year-old Weiger that he could pull it off.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm curious. I want to hear from everybody. What is your most despised vegetable? Is there anything where, because like, a
Wow.
lot of people are like, I just hate this one thing. And I'm not sure if I have a clean answer for myself. I would say I'm maybe generally less enthusiastic about cabbage than other vegetables, even though I would not rule cabbage out of my diet. But is there anything that really, really revolts you or something you don't want to see on your plate?
I'm gonna say this. This is the villain right here.
Mitch is
Really?
holding up
This guy,
broccoli in his hand.
Broccoli, which by the way, we were gonna hold it and pass it around. This was this is genuinely a part of what Weiger said. He said we're gonna have a piece of broccoli, we can hold it, look at it, and pass it around. This is the truth.
Yeah. Kind of like the conch in
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
in
in
Lord of
okay.
the Flies.
Lord of the Flies, yeah.
Well, then do you want to answer your... So that's your enemy?
This is not my enemy. My enemy, actually, my vegetable, my least favorite vegetable, my vegetable enemy. I don't know. I don't have a lot of problems with almost any veggies. I like. It depends on how they're prepared. You know what I mean? For me, I
Sure.
don't think that there's any. I don't love what are those little the little tiny
Peas?
Not peas. They're like peas. But no, they don't.
Edamame?
Not edamame. No, they have like a much crazier taste to them.
Okay, are they green?
Lentils?
No, not lentils. They're kind of
Capers?
capers.
Oh, you don't like capers?
I don't like
Capers.
I don't like
I don't love a
capers that
caper.
much.
Oh, I love capers.
That's a veggie, right?
I like capers. I'm not sure if they'd actually.
Fuck.
I think probably.
Are they like a
It's
berry?
almost like a seasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
of
a
that more like
spice, practically.
more like
Yeah, I
black
think it's a
pepper or
spice.
something.
Capers
Yeah.
are technically a fruit.
What the frick?
Technically
They are
a fruit.
fuck?
Oh,
the
but you know
unripened
what?
flower buds of a caper bush.
Okay, I'm gonna soapbox for a second because I
Please.
don't like when people do this when they're like, tomato is a fruit actually, or like this kind of
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, yeah, technically, sure. Technically,
Yeah.
anything with seeds is a fruit, taxonomy wise.
Right.
But if we're talking about colloquially, when we think of what is salty and what is sweet,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about how tomato, I'm sorry, that's a fucking vegetable. I'm sorry,
Hell
I get really
yes.
pissed. I get really fucking pissed on that shit. Don't fuck with me on that.
I'm really glad this has never come up on the podcast because it's a fucking fruit, Kelly.
Is it
Oh
really?
my
There we
god.
go.
How? So when you eat it, do you eat it in like would you put it in a like in a cupcake?
Oh fuck.
You don't just put any old fruit in a cupcake necessarily.
Okay,
That's
so
not
when
the
you eat it,
definition
so when you have a
of
salad,
Started the
you are
decreased
defining
beef.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
fruit by
oh my
your
god.
own personal
My
preferences.
own personal preferences. I'm always fucking right. I just can't help it. It's hard to be judgmental when you're always right. Here's what I'll say.
The
It's
Sopranos.
impossible not to be judgmental if you think you're always
what are you
right.
talking about? Fruit is okay. I'm sorry. Tomatoes are not fruit. Tomatoes are
I've
not
been told
fruit.
they're a fruit. And
By
I bel-
whom?
By
By whom?
By everyone who knows.
Mm-mm.
By fruit
technically,
doctors
yes.
everywhere.
Technically, yes, a fruit. However, you give me a salad. Are you going to be like, oh, there's fruit in that salad? If there's a fucking tomato in there, no, that's an average normal salad. Average normal salad.
You know
I just
what?
think that we can't decide what's a fruit based on our own personal preference.
It's not personal. It's not personal. Okay, it's fine.
I'm with-
This is how our guests
This
feel a lot of
so
the time.
seldom comes up on the podcast.
We've never fought about anything, and it's this. And it's here. You guys brought it to
It's
us.
true. It's the Doughboys
I
energy.
agree with Kelly. I'm sorry. I don't mean to divide this couch, and I feel like the people, all the guys in the Sopranos truck are probably going crazy for this too, because I think
They're very tomato centric.
I think
here's
tomato's a veggie. Come
it's
on,
a veggie.
Here's my feeling on it is what the fuck does it matter? That's why, like, who cares? Call it a fruit. You put it on a salad. Why
Well,
does it matter?
Scientists
here's
can
what-
fucking. The scientists need to fucking back off.
Okay, I don't normally care. It's when people when you like offhand you go oh yeah a vegetable like tomato and they're like actually it's a fruit. I'm like go away from
Right.
me. Don't
Okay.
speak to me and don't look at me.
I'm fine with that because my issue is that
Conover's
like
looking into
it
the
shouldn't
studio.
matter so much.
Who is?
So
Conover.
my issue is when other people
Yes.
make it matter.
Get out of my fucking face with this shit.
So I'm
I
fine
can
with
call
that,
it a fucking
okay.
vegetable because it's colloquial.
Conover's going to pop up from behind the couch.
I know.
Take
I know.
He's
control.
pacing. He's like making circles on the floor like a cartoon
Yeah, he's
character.
like,
Where's my
here's a
face
rat.
itch?
They're really
What's going on?
No, it's true. Like I'm like it doesn't really matter, but like you are being really like why do you have to actually it's a fruit to me.
I get what you're
okay.
saying because you're
I
talking
get
in the
that.
specific context of
No, I
someone's
get
like,
that.
oh, I love tomatoes. They're my favorite vegetables, and someone like corrects.
Did you know that that's a fruit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just
cool.
being pedantic.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
do agree. Yeah, it is a fruit. You're both right.
It is a fruit in that like a zucchini is also a fruit. Did
Sure.
you know that? Because it has seeds. Anything that has seeds is a fruit.
Okay, I can't get behind that.
It is, but that's what I'm saying.
11-year-old wags.
When you're looking at the
You're right. I have personal
11-year-old's wives had
feelings about
seeds.
what makes a fruit or a vegetable.
Yes.
And I don't like being told. You're
Yeah.
right. No,
See?
Kelly's right. I'm back with Kelly. We've made amends.
You guys, I think that this
That was
was
really
perfect.
I think this is great. Hopefully, very cathartic for both of you.
That's okay.
I said 11-year-old wags had seeds. That's
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I was screaming.
Sorry.
I'm glad we've backtracked and make sure that we got that one in.
I know. I got the broccoli here in my hand.
That's right.
I think that you guys should just settle this fight by doing like a wishbone with the broccoli. Whoever gets the bigger piece of the broccoli wins.
Oh, interesting.
But I think every vegetable for me, it's that sort of thing. What vegetable is your enemy? I think every vegetable is, but then it
Interesting.
can also be my best friend. It depends on just how they're, and some I like more than others, of course, but it depends on how they're prepared. I can love broccoli, and then like if I took a bite of this, it would be hell. I wouldn't want to eat this
Yeah,
at all.
that'd be miserable.
Yeah.
But here you go. I'm going
horrible.
to pass it around as we've decided to do for this month.
Okay. Piggy's got
where-
the conch now.
What are you feeling, Lindsay, when you hold that?
I I feel like I'm getting married. I feel like I'm like about to walk down the aisle with my little bouquet.
It's
and
hardy.
it's a flowery little vegetable.
Very flowery.
Mhm.
There's conflicting information online about what the name actually comes from or means in Italian, because I saw one thing that said it was like the flower of the cabbage or whatever. And then I saw another thing that says it means little arms. And I was like, well, you guys decide. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's so like different too.
But when it comes to a vegetable I don't like or is my enemy, I agree with Mitch. It just depends on how it's prepared. Because I fucking despise raw red onion. And it's in so many salsas. Because it's like it's biting me back.
Yeah.
It's just like so spicy and unpleasant. But I love a cooked red onion or a pickled red onion is like so delicious. So, and I think it just depends on how the thing is made.
Yeah.
I moved away from red onion a lot, and I like a white onion more so. But red onions can still be good.
Yeah, I love red onions.
You got to
Depends on
rinse
context.
them
to
get rid of it's so strong. But if you rinse it, it gets rid of like 50% of the.
Well, it's not being rinced in
But
most
I always
cases.
ask for
then.
less. Because no one
It's
ever
just, like,
wants more.
It's so much in a guacamole. It's like it's all that I taste in a lot of places.
And it's big chunks too. And I'm like, what are we doing?
Big giant chunks. And I don't like. I have that soap gene for cilantro.
Okay, sure.
But that's actually less offensive to me than a red
Wow.
onion, than a raw red
Interesting.
onion.
Wow.
I'd rather have the taste of soap than red onion.
And that stays too. The red
Yeah.
onion stays.
Yeah.
Kelly, you got a
gonna pass
vegetable
it off.
that, and as you take
Oh,
the
thank you,
broccoli
Kelly.
bouquet, do you have a vegetable that you dislike?
I will eat pretty much anything. I'm not very picky.
Right.
But I really don't like raw baby carrots. Too
Okay.
wet, too mealy. What's happening with that? And I don't, but I'll still eat it. Because like if it's out, I'm like, okay. I actually think it's fully insane to include raw broccoli in a crudité platter.
Yes.
Because that's crazy. No one's going to eat that. And I remember I used to
It's
work
like
on
eating
this.
packing peanuts.
Yes.
It's
and
so unpleasant.
And you'll see it a lot in like a grocery store, like vegetable tray will have
And it's
raw
a
broccoli.
classic, crudité.
And I used to work on this
addition.
show where someone would bring every day for Crafty a thing of crudité, and it had like raw these guys in it,
Yeah.
broccoli. And I was
These
like, I'm
guys?
not fucking with that. And then someone would open it at 10 a.m. every day, and in the room would smell like farts.
Oh
Because
my
it's like,
God.
you know, when
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
kind of old broccoli.
Mhm.
So I don't really like raw broccoli, and I really don't like raw carrots. But I love a roasted carrot. I like
Yeah.
carrot juice.
Well, do you only dislike raw baby carrots? Because I dislike raw baby carrots, but
Yeah.
I really like a raw carrot, like an actual. I
it's
don't know
fine.
why we're doing, because baby carrots aren't a real thing.
They're so
like
wet.
mushed up carrots.
Yeah.
Made to look like in a little like
Like
they
a
go through
finger.
a factory and they come out looking like a fat little finger.
Yeah.
And I just don't
Right,
know why
they're
we're doing
processed.
that to carrots
Yeah.
when carrots are perfectly delicious as they are.
I don't know. I don't really like even like raw carrot sticks that much, but I will eat them. Like that is the thing. Like pretty much anything, if it's in front of me, I'll eat it. So, but I'm not like, ooh, yummy carrots. I like celery more.
Also,
I
baby
love
carrots
celery.
are like actually a pretty decent size. They're not really big. Like it's weird to call them baby. It's
Yeah.
like they're normal sized. They're very normal size wise, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Normal size compared to what?
Regular carrots.
I don't know. They're pretty small.
Yeah,
They're pretty
I
small.
don't know.
I don't know.
You're sweating a lot.
The colonoscopy stuff. I think a lot of people think after the Doughboys come out of the studio, they're like, "Did you have a bunch of raw broccoli in there?" I think that's kind of the smell we give off.
Yeah,
which
it's
today
true.
will be literal.
This one actually doesn't smell that bad. I
No,
smelled it.
this
It
smells
Must
floral.
be pretty fresh.
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
your nose right in there.
No, you
Why
gotta.
not?
because you got to smell it.
Are you gonna take a bite of it?
I'm not going to take a bite of it, but I will say that this is I'm holding the raw broccoli now, and I actually really like broccoli. I have always been a fan of broccoli, even as a kid. And I think this happens to a lot of I think a lot of white American households, the green vegetables they were getting when they're growing up in our generation
We're cooked
was
by Great Depression
exactly
survivors.
it was boiled
Yeah.
or it was
Boil.
steamed, and it was oftentimes not seasoned. But still in that state, I was still enjoying broccoli, and oftentimes it was accompanied by a cheese sauce, which is a big part of it, which we'll talk in a second.
I love that. Yeah.
I do love the broccoli.
That's when I was a kid. I remember when we were learning to read, one of the first books I read was like "I Eat Beets" or something. It was about hating beets.
Yeah.
It was like beets are gross, and I never even thought beets were gross, but then reading that, I was like, oh, beets are gross, and I like didn't try them for a long time. That was the last Mitch One Book Challenge. I hate beets. I revisited it a couple years ago. It holds up. But that to me, and now like as you get older, you love beets, and there's different preparations for all of these. Broccoli, I mean, like it's funny because I've had great broccoli, and there's a broccoli. We go to Sidewalk Grill a lot. There's a great
little broccoli salad they do there.
Broccoli salad there. Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. I was going to say that, and as far as a despised vegetable, I'm generally pretty. I enjoy most things, but for whatever reason, I've never really liked baby corn in any context.
Ugh.
Oh,
I find baby corn.
No,
I'm with
canned.
you.
Gross. Yeah.
What the hell is going on with
disgusting.
that?
Yeah.
Cornichon is the other name for it, right?
No, cornichon is the
Cornichon's a
little
different
pickles.
Pickle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the baby
also don't
corn
like
specifically,
cornichons.
and I've had it both cooked and raw, and I've never liked it in any context.
Yeah, I've
Horrible.
never enjoyed that either.
Or if there's a dish I like that has baby corn, it's despite its presence. It's at best a neutral.
I would say if there is a way to prepare that I would like, I have yet to have it.
Yeah.
So
Water chestnuts, I'm not super into either.
Yeah,
I love
sure.
water
Sure.
chestnuts.
But
My
it's fun.
sister hates them too, but I love the texture. I love the light flavor. I guess. I don't know.
And I'm a bad Asian. I don't like bean sprouts.
I don't love bean sprouts either. I'm not huge
Tastes
on
like
bean
dirt.
sprouts. Yeah.
I kinda love them.
You're finding more. Yeah. You named a couple that I don't like. I also it's turning out there's more vegetables I don't like, Wags. But bean sprouts, water chestnuts, and is jicama? Is that?
Oh, jicama is
jicama,
similar
sure.
to water chestnut situation.
Yeah.
Is sorry to bring us back to this. Is jicama a fruit?
It's a root. So
Oh.
in no way is it a
Ah, a
fruit.
root.
Wow.
It is a root. There's
Oh my
no way.
God! Hell yeah!
Root, not fruit. Let's talk about broccoli. This is
Yes,
the Garden of
roots,
Eatin.
not fruit.
Broccoli is we don't know the actual origin of the name. That is correct, but we do know it is native to the Mediterranean. It was first cultivated and eaten in what is now modern-day Tuscany. Also, I'm holding this broccoli in studio. It probably came from California, the number one agricultural state in the nation, because it produces a staggering 92% of our domestic broccoli.
Wow.
Yeah, the 9 out of 10 broccoli florets eaten in the United States were grown in the Golden State. Per capita, Americans consume about 5.2 pounds or 2.4 kilos of broccoli annually. And we talked about broccoli being polarizing and people hating it. President George H.W. Bush, I don't know if y'all remember this, banned broccoli from the White House and from Air Force One. I have a couple of Bush quotes, Bush the senior quotes. Number one, I do not like broccoli.
Not gonna do it.
You know what, Mitch? It's not far from not going to do it because he says,
Not
I
gonna
do not
eat it.
like broccoli. My mother made me eat it. I'm president of the United States and I'm not going to eat any more broccoli. Another one he said, just as Poland had a rebellion against totalitarianism, I'm rebelling against broccoli and I refuse to give ground.
No, don't say that. You know what I'm going to say
So
about that?
extreme
That's
for
some,
no
like,
good reason.
Baby shit.
Hey, Wally.
Yeah,
That's like being
what
a
are you,
fucking
10?
baby. Yeah.
There's a
Get
way
it.
to prepare it.
My platform is I'm going to get rid of broccoli. I'm the president now. As the first kid president, I ban broccoli.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the best damn president we've ever had.
You're a first George W. Bush, H.W. Bush defender, senior Bush. It is like because
H.W. Bush head.
What's your complaints? He got sick and threw up at that dinner with the Japanese prime minister. What else are you going to say about him, Wags? Huh?
that's the only strike
That's the
against
only
him.
strike
That's the only
against
thing
him.
he ever did wrong.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's you
what
could.
what was one of his last quotes? What was
Oh, so he was like a kind of handsy, gropey guy, and he, in his final years of his life, some nurses who were taking care of him while he was in a wheelchair said that he would he was very whatever, would grab them or whatever, and one of the things he would say is, my favorite book or my favorite magician. I think it was my favorite book. It's like, my favorite book is David Copperfield. and then you
Oh, yes,
grab
I've
a nurse's ass.
I've heard people say
Yeah.
that.
That's one of his great
That's what that's
quotes
from?
towards the end.
Yeah, it's on his tombstone.
So he was like cognizant of how gropey he was.
I guess so. Yeah.
He's like one of those guys that are changing his diaper and he has a boner, basically.
Oh my God. They were like, we didn't think this was medically possible for someone this old. Wow.
The diaper made it possible.
Oh. Yeah, had a couple things going on.
Get about my colonoscopy tomorrow.
Another thing to fear.
So I don't think any of us are.
You should ask the doctor right before you go in and be like, what do I do if I get a boner?
So they're doing the colonoscopy and I have I'm rock hard is basically what you're saying.
I don't know. I'm not a man. I don't know what happens down there.
Oh boy.
They won't be able
It's
to
just
tell.
something to ask about.
I won't be able to tell. Very nice.
So we've said the
So
broccoli raw. None of us, I think, are defenders of that. I'll have it if it's just but I don't
will
love it.
if
Have
it's in
it.
the crudité and I'm hungry, but I don't. There better be a fuck ton of ranch to go with it.
You got to have some kind of sauce
Yeah.
going on.
Ranch is so key with broccoli. I
Yeah.
feel like broccoli loses a lot of its sheen
broccoli.
if ranch no longer exists.
You know what I gotta say? Thinking about it, broccoli might be overrated.
You think it's overrated?
I mean, look.
It was having a moment.
It was having it's had a moment, and we always defended it too because I think a big thing with broccoli is broccoli and cheese. You get a boiled broccoli, you put cheese on top of it, everybody's happy, and that is good. But I do think that the cheese is doing a lot of work there, Wags. When you
of course. But this is a
That's
thing
like a lot of vegetables.
It's true.
Whatever is surrounding it has to do a lot of the work.
Yes.
But once I got
Well, I
older and could cook for myself, I was like, you know what? I can take some broccoli, slice some garlic, salt and pepper and olive oil and put that on a baking sheet, and I get a nice roasted broccoli. You know, that has great flavor and texture to it. And all of a sudden, this is a much different thing. This doesn't need the cheese sauce in the way that like the boiled mushy one did.
roasted broccoli is the best. But I'm saying when a viral 11-year-old you was eating broccoli and smiling, it was because of
Did you mean to say viral?
viral.
I thought in this scenario,
I thought you were saying he had
11-year-old
gone
Weiger
viral.
Yeah, I'd gone
had
viral.
a TikTok account.
Back in the dial-up age.
He like,
For eating
I was
broccoli.
like, what up, fam? Today I'm eating
I was
some
like,
broccoli.
yeah, it's your boy Broccoli Wag.
Oh, this kid is blowing up Prodigy. All over
Prodigy is
CompuServe.
lighting up
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Viral.
Check the AOL chat rooms. This kid's
Wow,
huge.
Netscape Navigator
Yeah.
all over it. Every page about Weiger.
Viral 11-year-old Weiger.
Yes.
That what you were liking about that broccoli though was the cheese, and I think for me
For
a lot.
sure.
And also, you're right. I think when you like have a nice little baked broccoli or whatever, when you put it in the oven and you broil it or whatever, that's the best version of it. But there's a lot of other stuff doing the work, which I know with the vegetables that can be the case, but. Even like there's a broccoli salad at Sidewalk Grill that I like.
Great salad.
But even still, that's like raw broccoli, and raw broccoli is just hard to take down. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they chop it pretty fine there.
They
and
do.
then it's got like a lot of it's got a lot of olive oil. There's some goes. But yes, you're like what?
Yeah, I know.
What would you ever eat?
I told you who I saw online there, right?
Popeye.
Popeye.
Oh.
It has a lot of olive oil.
Because it had a lot of olive oil.
Oh,
Popeye was lined up there.
I thought there was going to be like a spinach thing going on. Okay.
No, it's not related to spinach at all. That would be your natural leap.
No,
if you
yeah.
think like
Yeah.
Popeye
Olive
and a
oil,
green
he was
vegetable.
trying to get on.
Yeah.
that. Okay. Cool.
I mean,
Cool.
the correct answer. I'm working myself into an angle here where I'm like, broccoli's not that good. I don't know.
Here's what I will say is we need what broccoli provides.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so that is all the reason in the world to do all of the accoutrement around broccoli to fix it up to where you do like it. So it isn't just raw and packing peanutty and disgusting
Mhm.
because of all the benefits of
You know what I
broccoli.
say? Get rid of the fucking tomatoes in the little platter too. I don't.
Oh, the little cherry.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
all
the
they're
cherry
never sweet.
tomatoes. Yeah,
They're
they're
like
never fun.
always like orangish, and I'm like, what's going on there?
Yeah, I don't need those.
I'll take them.
If they're really bright
love it.
red, I'll eat
Really?
them.
I love
But
a cherry
they're
tomato.
always underripe.
To me,
They are like a grocery store platter is
Yeah.
always.
Those are bad. Yeah.
It's not a good selection.
I think celery and carrots are the two. Those are the kings.
Heavy
of
You're doing all the
dippers.
heavy
dippers,
lifting.
right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well,
Yeah.
because they're shaped for dipping too.
Yeah.
Okay, what I will say in defense of broccoli, I think the unique shape of it makes it really good for roasting, which is pretty much just
Yeah.
it with olive oil and salt and pepper. I mean, like if you're just going basic, right? Like not even garlic, not even anything. When those little flour thingies get crispy burned, that shit is good. Like
just
when
a little bit of char.
Yeah, just a little bit of char and it's like crispy. That is the best. And that's just the vegetable itself.
Yeah, I think that's good. Now, I'll also do sometimes, I'll like parboil them and then like, toss them in a saute pan. That's another way that it
Yeah. I
But-
love a sauteed broccoli.
Yeah,
Yes.
but just like
Or
any sort
beef
of
and broccoli.
Yeah, beef and well, that's I was going to bring that up. Beef
Damn.
with broccoli, American Chinese dish.
Fuck,
Which-
I'm coming back
Yeah.
around on broccoli.
That was a
It does
big
so much in American Chinese food.
That was a big go-to for me as a kid, like having like, what I understood to be Chinese food for the first time. I was just like, "Oh my god, this is heaven." And also like just like the idea of I think a big part of it was just not being my palate not being as familiar with so many of those umami flavors, and then just having that applied to a vegetable felt completely novel. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
when
beef
it's
with
like
broccoli.
glazed in that sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I
A
was doing
veggie tray, though, what would you take out first? Would it be broccoli?
It would be broccoli.
I think
for me.
it would be broccoli.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I can have it another way. Why am I going to force myself to eat it that way?
What would you put in there instead? Some peppers, red peppers?
Oh,
I do kind of like
yellow
some
I
peppers.
Oh,
love
I
in there.
do
Those are
like a
fun.
little
A bell
pepper
pepper.
strip.
Bell pepper,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
That is
Yeah.
a good addition.
And it's the good shape too, because then you can just dip it. And
Yeah, those are
Dipping
great.
shape.
So I'm just saying, based on if we're doing the vegetable tray test, which is now a thing we'll
Like
do
vegetable tray
for
power
every
ranking.
episode.
Sure.
The vegetable tray test. This is the loser of the vegetable tray.
There was a kid who went to
Yeah.
another high school who was nicknamed Meat Tray when I was a
Oh.
kid. And I asked my friend, and I was like,
Kelly
what?
felt that one.
Yeah.
meat tray.
Yeah, it's like, why is he nicknamed Meat Tray? And the answer was he was sleepwalking one night at a sleepover, and he took a crap on a meat tray that was in the fridge.
Oh my god!
I think something
like
was. I
Step
think something
Brothers.
was
That's
wrong with
insane.
him. I think something bad was happening to him
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
really bad.
This is not good.
No.
I will say,
That's hard.
of all the
That's-
nicknames he could have gotten, that is
Yeah.
the kindest version.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
because that was not,
I didn't know he pooped.
that's not really getting across at all why he was given that nickname. And so that's very kind.
It's
That
an A
just
to
reminds me of
C.
like so
Those are called,
many
like,
high
dump
school
fridge.
nicknames that are just like
Yeah.
kind of like similar to that.
Yes.
Friend in college was nicknamed Bready McEats-a-Loaf, and it was simply because he got really, really high one night and ate an entire loaf of bread. And so for the next 4 years, he was just Bready
Yeah.
McEats-a-Loaf.
Wow. That's a good name.
Yeah.
It's funny to look back on your college days as Brady McEats-a-Loaf. I
Yeah.
couldn't fucking relate to that guy.
Let me introduce my co-host, Brady McEats-a-Loaf, the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell.
I was not that man. I ate a loaf of bread, I'm sure, over the course of college. I'm sure I ate
Over
many.
the course.
I'm sure I made.
Yeah,
ate
over the
many-
course of your
of
time
4
in
years,
college,
I
you
think I
probably ate
one loaf of
a
bread.
loaf of bread.
Look, I'm human.
My big thing was I made double-decker peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like a Big Mac version.
Yeah,
Like
that's cool.
A piece of bread in the middle.
Did you do 2 layers on each?
What are you fucking out of your mind? Yes.
It's a fair question.
You fucking. What type of question
Are
is
you
that?
putting all peanut butter
No,
on one
some-
layer and
there was
all
some
jelly on
fucking-
the other one?
No, yeah, no, it was peanut butter.
Oh,
then
like peanut butter jelly.
Then
Yeah.
and then I
Then a
went down.
bread.
Then a bread. Then peanut butter. Then jelly.
That's what I was
and then
asking.
closed it. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Did you have different flavors jellies?
No.
No, just always the same one.
Ooh, that's kind of a second level type
Which
thing.
jelly?
Strawberry.
Yummy.
the
Strawberry jam. Yeah.
What do you
I'm a
like? Do you like the
raspberry jam
jam as far as texture goes? Jam, preserves, jelly. Where do you stand?
Depends, man.
It's all contextual for you.
Yeah.
Know if I love a jelly, even though I've mostly called it jelly my
Yeah.
whole life.
Yeah.
It hasn't actually been jelly. It's been
Mhm.
I'm
jam.
not really going to be eating jelly.
Yeah.
We were such a
I'm going to say
preserves.
jam and preserves. Yeah.
Preserves for
We're
our
such a
family.
preserves household.
You
I
say
think
preserves.
I do
People
say
get mad at you about
preserves.
it. Yeah.
We're in a preserves household.
could fucking
The
roast
creak of his rocking chair coming
Yeah.
from Preserves household.
Mhm.
But
what,
I-
what flavor was it that I? Oh, what flavor was it that I liked?
What flavor
Getting hung up on
preserve?
that for like 10 hours.
I got up. As I got older, I started liking jam more. I
Raisin.
like the smoother
like
texture.
jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a raisin was your. I was trying to think of an old timey.
Raisin
Prune
preserve.
Raisin preserves.
Prune
Mm.
preserve.
What's an old person? What would be an old
Super
person?
Old timey.
Like marmalade, I think
Marmalade.
is kind of
Marmalade, yeah, that's
a good
pretty
one.
good.
Classic.
But now that's got such a Paddington association.
I
It
know
does.
Paddington's
He's so,
really
like,
taken
now
that
he's
over.
really taken
He's
over
a modern-
marmalade. It's like his whole thing.
we've re-embraced him.
Yeah.
So he feels almost
And just
modern
in general,
now.
the cottagecore lifestyle,
Indeed.
which is marmalade-y.
Yeah.
I have been thinking, I was like, what if Kelly and I run out of books? Which we may, because it's getting harder.
Everything's possible. I
find
just scheduled a bunch today, and I was like, we're hitting the dregs here.
Well, we could pivot to being cozy creeps.
Oh, that's
that's
cute.
fun.
We could
Doing
read
cozy mysteries.
That's
I love
fun.
cozy
That's great.
mysteries. I've been needing some of those in my life.
Well, clearly we don't have that problem. Anyways, back to broccoli.
Back to vegetables in general as a concept.
Doughboys, the show about chain restaurants and food.
If we make the pivot, we've talked about the pivot before.
Yeah.
Which there's multiple pivots that we've talked about. One is a pivot to go hard right, which we don't know if we'll do ever. But there's a possibility that we will do it and then retire with the money we make.
Yeah, that reserve sheet is always available.
I think about it occasionally. Do you know how much fucking money I could make as a hard right
Oh, yeah, for sure.
brunette and glasses commentator?
Oh my God.
My
Yeah.
God.
Honestly, maybe even just on TikTok.
I
like,
would take Kennedy out so fast. Fucking, I'm younger.
Yeah.
I don't mean it.
You sound like the CIA back in the 60s. That's who killed Kennedy.
That's a good one.
Look, that's one of the pivots. We're not sold yet. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens with this
Yeah,
next
yeah.
election.
Yeah,
But
I'll have to have a plan for 2025.
we'll talk about it. But the other pivot is to review items from restaurants. We talked about
Yeah, we talked
that.
about this.
So there's a possibility we'll do that. I think that it's good to let our listeners know that we're talking about
You got to lay the
know,
track.
Yeah.
When you're always thinking, you're always not renovating. What's the word? Where you're always reinventing.
Iterating,
You're always,
reinventing,
you know.
yeah.
Just it's
For
the
the
word.
listeners.
By the way, is the word if we're gonna twilight this idea? Is that what it's called? What is it called when you're
Sunset?
Sunset.
You had Twilight on the brain.
I knew
as
it was
well.
Really have
something.
Twilight on the brain.
I knew it was some
close.
sort of sky thing.
That was close.
I knew it was a sky
Come
thing.
on, T. I knew it was some sort of sky thing.
I'm the dumbest in the Sopranos crew. Is that what that would mean? I wonder where I would rank in the Sopranos crew. Oh, jeez. Anyways, broccoli. Why? 'Cause I don't know how we're gonna do this. Are we
already
doing it?
doing it.
I don't know what I'm saying. Are we doing it out of forks?
Well, I think we'll
Oh,
get
well,
there.
You
but
know what? Speaking of preserves,
Yeah.
I saw a really good recipe for broccoli preserves.
Fun.
Wow.
That you can then you can
Oh.
store it for ages and then put it on a nice sandwich. Put it on a little crostini.
Is it
it
kind of
kind
like
of pickled
pickles,
dish?
basically, or
Wow, we're such things.
Yeah.
Preserved in olive oil
Wow.
with some
Like
garlic seasoning and stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
It feels like a
Sounds
thing
good.
like
Yeah.
you'd see Chelsea Clinton say that she's making for her daughter, and then everyone would yell at her. Do you remember when she made spinach pancakes? And she was like, "Oh, my favorite
Really?
in my household." And everyone was like, "What the fuck is this? What are
People
you doing?"
attack her for anything.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what's actually kind of hot right now that I've been cooking with for a while is preserved lemons. I feel like preserved lemons are like having
that's
such
cool.
a
Yeah, I have-
renaissance.
People
Yeah.
have been talking about
Yes,
that.
and I've been cooking with them for years, and they're really good. But yeah,
Also,
That
I
sounds cool as
saw
hell.
a good broccoli smoothie recipe. It's
Okay.
all on this
Ah.
website.
I don't know if
I'm
I
gonna
can go
promote.
there.
I'm gonna promote this
That's-
website, La Cucina Italiana.com.
Okay. What do we know about their political leanings?
I was just about to make that joke that, like, I don't know if they're far right, but I mean,
They're Italians.
they're Italian, so
They're far right.
take it for what you will.
and this may be good for the show, considering
They're
where you guys
Italian
might go.
immigrants. They may be far right.
Here's a couple of things I learned. First off, broccoli rabe is a distinct plant. It's not just broccoli. And
Oh.
also, broccolini is a cross between broccoli and kale. Where do y'all stand on
Wow.
broccolini? Because
Broccolini.
I love broccolini.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, big thumbs up for
Big
me.
thumbs up.
You know what I was gonna
I have
do?
some in my fridge.
I was gonna say a vegetable that's not my friend, kale. I don't love kale.
Don't love kale. I do like kale.
Kale hurts my tummy too much. There's a lot of issues with that.
Do you know what has to happen with kale for it to be good in a salad? You need a lot of acid, and you need to let that thing sit like overnight
That's what I was gonna say.
because otherwise
It
it's
needs
not broken
time.
down, and you're just
Yep.
eating grass.
Yeah, it's just like so into, and you got to make sure you don't have any of the stems in
ribs.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can physically massage it though, right?
Yeah,
That's
you
part
can
of
massage
it.
it.
Natalie's
Yeah,
really good
I'll
about
put it in like a Ziploc
Yeah.
bag with some Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts on
Did we
some.
get footage of
Caesar
Wag's
dressing,
massage
you just
right
go
there?
Like that, and then I leave it overnight,
Jesus
and then I have it
Christ.
the next day.
It's
He was
good.
under those
And
hands,
by-
Robert
I have
Kraft.
this. I did it a few times 10 years ago.
He did it once. You know what place actually has a great broccolini dish? And this is, I want to shout out this restaurant, Antico Nuovo in K-Town. It's like not very known, so it's it's easy to get in and get a reservation. It is some of the best pasta I've had in LA.
Wow.
It's so good. It is so good.
yeah. Wait, I think I know of this
Yeah,
place.
they do a Caesar with broccolini, and it's so good. But then the dish, so their focaccia is crazy. I like bread. I'm not a bread freak. So if I get just like random bread on the table.
You're not like a bready McPizza loaf type?
Exactly. Like random bread on a table. I'm not like, oh my God, bread. Like, I'm like, it has to be good bread.
Yeah, sure.
This is crazy. It's like this thick. It's so like spongy. And then the top is like just crispy. And they paint it with like lemon chili, like olive oil. And then you get that with like ricotta and pistachio on the side or like whatever. But the best thing they have is this pasta with, I forget what the sauce is called, but it's made with pan drippings. So it's just like a pan dripping sauce. And then once you eat all of your pasta, you dip the focaccia in the sauce. And that's the first strat. But that place is great. Antico Nuovo in K-Town. I just want to shout them out.
Antico Nuovo. I feel like I've been there before.
Sounds amazing.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in a strip mall in K-Town.
I feel like I've been there.
Yeah.
By the way,
so many good restaurants are just found in a strip mall in
Yeah.
K-Town.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true.
Really. Yeah.
Where do you stand on broccoli versus cauliflower?
I'm
I'm
sick of cauliflower.
I fucking love cauliflower.
cauliflower.
But I was a new convert to it in adulthood. I never had it as a kid. Sorry. I knocked the mic. I'm not sorry for not having
Sorry,
it as a
cauliflower.
kid. Sorry, cauliflower. But roasted cauliflower, like
roasted cauliflower is
does
pretty
not-
good. Oh, you don't like it?
No. I was like, you like can't get much better than
Oh,
that
yeah.
in
Yeah.
roasting a vegetable. It's just like so sweet and delicious.
I really
love
like
it.
pickled cauliflower.
I love pickled cauliflower.
Pickled cauliflower is pretty good.
I like cauliflower. It's just,
I don't
for
know
me, it's too trendy and it blew up. And so it's too much everywhere.
Yeah,
It's like the
overkill.
Brussels sprouts of 2014.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
exasperated
I
with
get that.
Brussels
Just
sprouts.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like cauliflower steak, cauliflower this, cauliflower that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
let's try something else, guys. Anything.
I had a cauliflower steak last night. It was
I do like them.
okay.
What was the context? 'Cause I had a cauliflower steak at a restaurant when I was not eating any meat, and I found it pretty unsatisfying.
It was also at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I just didn't like how they prepared it. It was like breaded and seared, but they made it with a roasted red pepper
Okay.
sauce, and I just didn't love the sauce, even though I love roasted red peppers. I just didn't really like the way it was prepared. But I stand by a cauliflower steak in general.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you had good
I
ones.
feel like the
Oh, yeah.
replacement. I mean, like buffalo cauliflower is good.
That's buffalo cauliflower is great.
But I feel like a lot of cauliflower replacement stuff isn't all there. By the way, can you? We were both talking, but you didn't. I don't know if you guys saw Wag's massage hands.
Let's do it again.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know who you're massaging there.
I don't know. Not a master of space work.
Honestly, move those hands over a little bit to Jemmy. She'd probably love that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, her eyes lit up.
like-
And she looked nervous, maybe? I can't tell what's
Well,
going
she just
on.
didn't expect it. Now
Jemmy.
that she knows what's up, she's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Her eyes got huge.
I know.
Well, she didn't
She
see
spiked
it
the
coming.
camera.
She likes it.
He likes it.
Wise, I think that broccolini I maybe like more than broccoli. And broccoli rabe.
I definitely like
I didn't know
broccoli
that's
anymore.
how you said it. I would have said
Broccoli
rabe.
Robin?
I say
Is it
everything
rabe?
wrong.
broccoli rabe. Sounds like part of Bam's
I have
crew.
no pronunciation
Yes,
instinct.
yeah.
But,
Rapini, it's also called.
Oh,
Right?
that's
What
what
is
it
it
is.
Rapini.
Oh, yeah, rapini.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think I like both those more than broccoli. But look, I've come around. I went down and then I've come back around on broccoli here.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a good vegetable.
It can be fun. Wow, she's licking your
it
thighs,
provides
which is
so much.
No, it's the foot, I hope.
She was
licking her
she was
leg?
licking her.
Okay,
She
for a
she did
second.
end up getting my calf a little bit, but she was more getting her foot. Yeah, I do really like broccoli. Also, I'm wondering if we should do a cauliflower episode. I feel like we have a lot to talk about with cauliflower.
Oh my
Cauliflower's
God,
very
this is too
popular.
exciting.
Yeah.
Or do we
We
burn?
might do a cauliflower episode, folks.
you know
Did
what?
we already burn all the cauliflower talk though? That's what I'm
Well,
worried.
it's like, how long is this Garden of Eatin series going to go on? Because
All
it could go
August
on
long.
forever.
All August
so,
long.
Yeah.
So would the more sensible thing to have done would have been do a like cruciferous vegetables
Yeah.
episode
Mm.
if you're trying to cover
man,
more
that's
ground.
Smart. Yeah, that's
Cruciferous
better.
kings.
Yeah.
And hey, don't you everyone out there who loves fruit, all you fruit lovers, you're covered with our double. We're going to
That's
talk
right.
about fruit and the double.
Over
so
on the
smart
Patreon
to put
episodes.
that behind the paywall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't have one without the other.
Because like
Right.
vegetables, sure, but everybody wants the fruit episodes.
Yeah.
and so
Our
that's
first
why you
fruit
put it behind
episode,
the paywall.
tomato.
No, it's not. Are you for fucking real? I'm going to kill myself.
Starring and Kelly.
I just come on like drenched in sweat.
Why am I here?
We're not doing tomato for fruit. I think maybe a Chris Kattan based fruit we might talk about. We'll see.
We'll see if we do that.
Yeah.
Here's
My
a
daughter
question.
huge on that.
Did people ever, like, you know the thing that you'll see where people will throw tomatoes at per stage
like,
performers in
boo.
movies? Did that ever happen in real life, or was that like an invention for theater?
I think it did.
You think it
happen.
did happen?
Yeah,
I think
so.
it was.
People they were
really
throwing rotten
legit.
vegetables like
Yeah.
back in the.
You're asking
late
this in the-
back when they would attend
broccoli
hangings
episode?
as entertainment as
Oh,
well.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they just loved violence of any kind.
Yeah.
That's you got to say that for the tomato
Yeah.
I was
episode.
just thinking, wait, what
Which
did
I
we
don't know
just-
where we're gonna put the tomato
Okay.
episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I will see if we cover tomatoes. I don't know. We might not.
I got one that I think we should cover in vegetables,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll do it next week. Maybe it'll be in a couple weeks. Onion. I think
Onion's
Yeah.
a big one.
I was a
I think
little
onion
afraid
is-
we'd be talking about onion on this episode because I don't love. It's got to be cooked.
Oh
Like,
wow!
I just don't. I can't do onions.
Ooh, I love
Yeah, you
onions
mentioned
French
Well,
onion
yeah.
soup.
Yeah.
French onion soup.
I do love
My
French onion
favorite-
soup.
Favorite
I-
food.
It can upset my tummy.
Every version of onion, I'm a fan of. Crunchy onion,
Wow, even raw.
hmm
Okay.
fried, boiled onion. Sure, why not?
I went to
pickled
Home
onion?
State recently and I got the migas
Yes.
dish. It's just like scrambled egg, cheese, onion, and tortilla. And it was like so good, except for how much onion was in there. And I'm just like, dang, I wish I liked onion. I'm not enjoying this at all, and I know I should.
I love it, and I guess boiled onion would be French onion soup, right? That would be the consistency of it, kinda.
Sort of. Well, because French onion soup is just reduced down until it's completely caramelized, and then they add beef broth and
I love a
And-
caramelized onion.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Or a pickled onion.
red wine.
I can't believe that would be an issue. If there's onion in anything, I'm happy. I honestly, until this week, I didn't even. I got guac daddy yesterday.
Guac daddy's pretty
Fun.
good,
Guac
dude.
daddy is pretty good.
I don't want
Daddy.
to I live near that area,
Mhm.
so man, I'm there all the time.
Yeah. It's a good. There's a good. That's corners turned pretty good. There's a guac
Yes.
daddy. The Losfield is 3, and then you got a Goldberger.
Yeah, and the
right
Goldberger
nearby.
is pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah. But
Guac daddy's good.
the migas I would never want to take. I would always. I want more onion. I'm an onion freak.
Yeah, I love
Broccoli.
onion.
I don't know.
I'll
Broccoli's
say
okay.
this of broccoli. My daughter loves fruits and vegetables. I can't find a way to fix broccoli that she
Wow.
likes it. However, I've tried. I can't find a way. I've tried 3 ways and I've given up.
Broccoli fritter. Could you do that? It doesn't
Mm.
even look like it anymore.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I think
But
baby knows
she
best.
really went for
Wags.
it, and
Yeah.
then she won't. It's the texture, though. She's so particular about textures because she's not
Baby.
quite 2. Yeah.
Baby knows best. That's what I'm gonna say when they push on my stomach to release gas. That's what I'm gonna say.
Baby knows
Baby
best
knows
when
best.
to release this gas. Yeah.
You know what I like is a broccoli quiche. I like
Okay,
it in
yeah,
that
yeah.
context. I
Mhm.
think it works.
Yeah.
It works in an egg dish.
Ooh, I love, and this is again mostly cheese, but cheddar broccoli soup.
Yeah, that's the
Mm.
funnest.
Yeah.
That's the best.
delicious.
Mhm.
Mm.
My question is, did anyone eat broccoli in preparation for this episode?
No.
No,
We talked
But
about doing
I
it, and then
found
we were
out
just like,
Fairly, late into the day yesterday.
That we were
Yeah.
doing
and I
broccoli.
just didn't
yeah.
have time.
Yeah.
I
'Cause I
also
was
like
out.
I eat broccoli like probably at least once a
Yeah,
week.
I had it last
Like,
week.
It's a frequent dish for me. I've
Mhm.
eaten a lot of it in a lifetime. We talked about it. I was like,
Right.
hey, should we all eat broccoli like we normally do for one of these podcasts where we're going to talk about Popeye's chicken, so we're going to have a bunch of Popeye's wings before we record. And I think we were all just kind of like, we know what broccoli is.
Yeah.
We know we can.
I
we
had
can
some
talk
broccoli
about
on
this.
Saturday night.
that would be
Yeah.
so funny if I was like, I've never had it.
That would be
I
fun.
wouldn't know.
I don't know.
It looks cool.
Saturday night, I did eat broccoli, so
Just
I
happy to
am
be here.
prepped for
Yeah.
this episode.
Yeah.
So, Tim Chang stole the rest of it, but I did eat some of it.
Oh right.
Hey, buddy, the whole team is here to tell you about the new hats we have, courtesy of our buddies over at Kinship Goods.
Wow.
Wow. Now, you know, Emma's over there. She's wearing our classic Five Forks hat, which,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, remains in stock. Mitch, you got
That's
a new...
barktastic, says Jemmy.
Jemmy has endorsed all these as barktastic. Mitch, you are wearing the new beanie that we have. This is a Doughboys beanie with a red band, and it's got a gray top.
I just realized I stole from Billy Madison. That's quacktastic. But that's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. I'm wearing the beanie. We put it on me, a guy with a big head, to show that it works for you big-headed lugs out there.
It's big.
But I've been wearing that thing too. I've been wearing it on my normal sized head, so it fits all domes.
Okay, normal sized head.
Amelia, I got kind of a big head. Amelia is wearing our Doughboys black and white dad hat. If you just want like a really classic, reserved look,
Yeah.
Just got the font on there. And then I've got what I've got on my own head is the gold snapback. So there you go. If you want more of that flat brim sort of thing, this is the kind of hat I like to wear, and now we offer it for our Doughboys fans.
All these hats are comfortable. They look good. They're barktastic. I think that if you're interested in them, you should grab them.
Go ahead and grab them. You can order those, as always, at birdfuck.com or direct at kinshipgoods.com/doughboys.
Amelia, what were you going to say?
Nothing. I was going to say, if you get the gold snapback, you can, get mustard all over it and nobody would even know.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Ketchup on the beanie, mustard on the snapback. You're
That's right.
covered.
And you don't have to be a dad to wear the dad hat either.
That's true. I'm not a dad and I'm wearing one right now.
Hell
That's
yeah.
not stolen valor. She can do that. Blueberry compote on the Five Forks hat.
There we go.
And then, strawberries and
Ketchup.
gray milk?
Blood.
Yes, strawberries and gray milk. All these hats are available now at birdfuck.com.
Or direct at kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. That's kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. Get your new hats.
Or birdpluck.com. Do it.
I think that we should get to our ratings.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I don't know how we want to. Are we doing it out of forks?
Well, we do it we normally review
Still
things
do
out of
forks.
forks. Now, we could have some Garden of Eatin salad days specific where we could have,
Like salad forks?
Exactly. You know what? Salad forks is pretty
Salad
damn
forks
good.
is pretty
There
damn
we
good.
go.
That might just be it.
You
Good
know
work,
what?
Kelly. You know
That's
what?
damn
work
good.
here's
Fuck,
done.
it's really good. My alt was hands.
How many hands we want to rate this thing?
I was gonna say pitchforks because farming.
Oh, farming.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, but also the devil.
You should do that for your devil, for your rating
Yeah.
the
And if we're
devil.
gonna pivot to hard right, we don't want that.
Yes,
Right,
we
you
don't,
don't want
we
that
don't want
association.
Because we have to appeal to the
Yeah.
fundamentalists.
Although they also often say, "Oh, they're always after us with the pitchforks because we can't say what we want."
It's
that's
true.
So
you
we
Yeah.
don't
You
want to
could-
use it as a good rate.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
'Cause
Yeah.
Okay.
it's
How
hard.
about green thumbs up?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no one likes that. Okay.
So is it a green thumbs up or a green thumbs down?
Yeah, well, like how many green thumbs are you
Red.
going to give it? How many green thumbs up?
I actually like salad
Brown.
forks, and
Yeah, salad forks
then
is
we
great.
give it either a green thumbs up or a green thumbs down at the end.
Okay, got it.
We
Okay.
decide as a crew
Oh.
whether this vegetable gets a green thumb
Okay,
Oh, a
great.
jury of its
or
peers.
a brown thumb.
Yeah,
I
brown
was
thumbs.
That's what's
sends it
happening
to
at your
hell.
colonoscopy.
I said
let me tell
brown
you.
down.
Brown thumb. Did you say that? Sorry, I was not trying to steal
everyone
jokes.
was talking at the same time. Don't worry.
Brown thumbs down, green thumbs up. I like that.
Because if you kill a plant, it turns brown,
Brown.
right?
I like it. I like it. Back into the earth. I think that we combine the two wags. I think
Okay,
that's
great.
the only way to do it.
So we're individually we're giving it a salad fork score, and then collectively we'll decide green thumbs up or green thumbs down.
That's right. Yeah.
And this is out of how many?
Out
Salad
of 5.
forks? 5,
So
salad forks.
Kelly, we begin with our guests. We'll start with you. Your thoughts on broccoli, your closing argument, and your score from 0 to 5 salad forks.
I think I like broccoli okay, but it is a thing where I can't help but compare it to other vegetables.
Sure.
So it's like, I like it fine, but then we have broccoli raw, we have broccolini, and those are so close. It's like, it's the unattractive cousin.
Well, here's a question: should those things still count as broccoli?
That's what in my
I think they
mind they're under the
should.
broccoli
I think
umbrella.
they should
Okay.
still count as broccoli.
I think it encompasses
But then
those.
okay,
because without broccoli, they would be nothing. They would just be the other thing.
the other thing. Okay. Well, so then I think it's
podcast
falsely.
Thank you so much for having us.
I think it's falsely.
It's not your guys. You guys are great guests. You've been hilarious.
Yes, yeah.
The podcast
The
just
premise is
sucks.
the
The
issue.
premise sucks.
We're doing it.
We did it.
We're
We did
doing
it. We did. I think we did a
We're
great
currently
job.
Doing great.
Yeah.
I'm worried about future eps with this. I mean,
you'll
like,
get
Why are you
through it.
worried about it? This is going to be great.
This is gonna
We're
be
gonna
great.
have
And
to
you'll
talk
have
about it.
done your colonoscopy, so you'll be feeling
You
a lot better.
always have
Okay.
great guests on
You know,
the
that's a good
podcast.
point.
They're going to be able to talk about it.
sure, okay. Radishes with koala are going to be great. It's going to be a great episode.
Yeah.
I don't like them. Okay.
I like cheese.
Cool, Matt.
No.
But that's basically been what we've been saying about broccoli. But I like cheese.
Which makes-
every vegetable episode. It's going to be like, well, there's always cheese.
Yeah.
Radishes with koala is pretty good. You want to put that in the
Yeah,
Google sheet?
I'm
Thanks,
on
Emma.
it.
I'm going to say 3 salad forks
Wow.
out of 5.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I don't think it's a heavy hitter, but I do like it.
Yeah, very very good score. Katai, what do you think? Your thoughts, your fork score, your salad fork score.
I can't give it 5 only because there are things I like more. So there has to be room to maneuver upward.
Sure.
But I will say, I just want to shout out broccoli's health benefits. Rich in mineral salts such as calcium, iron, phosphorus, potassium, and vitamin C, B1, and B2. And it contains something I don't know how to pronounce, a substance that prevents the development of cancer cells and prevents the process of cell division. It can help chronic constipation. It can help asthma. I got to give it 4.
That's really
There are
good.
so many benefits. So, like, just prepare it however you like it because it's worth it.
4 salad forks. Good score.
Good score. I think I'm in the hand-holding club with Kelly here. I think I'm going 3 salad forks. I like broccoli. I think it is good. But raw broccoli, I think, really hurts it. And I think you do got to think about that a little bit here.
Sure.
Like, so many raw vegetables.
I mean,
are gonna
so many raw
suffer from
vegetables
that.
aren't that good. But I think that there are some that are much. You don't have to do a lot to them, and they're much better. I like broccoli, and also like. Honestly, when I see it on the menu, I think I want to order it more than I want to order Brussels sprouts or a few other things. And some of those have been played out. And I think that broccoli's been a consistent wise, like you said. And it's also made that turn from little kids being like, broccoli stinks, we don't want to eat it, to being a vegetable that I think a lot of people like. 3 forks. I guess we'll wait for the green thumbs up or green thumbs down as a crew.
Yes, that'll be all of us.
Also, Dana Carvey chopping broccoli.
Great bit.
We didn't even bring it up.
We didn't bring it up.
And I thought about it before the podcast.
I was thinking about it too.
Chopping
I
broccoli.
didn't think about it once.
Great.
This was for our
Classic
younger
sketch.
listeners. It was his Elton John impression, and it would be singing. He could sing about anything. He'd sing
For our
about
younger
chopping
listeners,
broccoli.
Elton John is the guy from the
Yeah, he's-
Kingsman movies, I
Right.
guess. Yeah.
For younger listeners, movies are a thing. They're longer than a TikTok.
And they're like this way, not this way.
Yeah, they're that way. So you should turn it that way because otherwise you're going to see all your apps at the same time, and it's just not as good.
So you go 3 forks.
I'm going. Brock ain't bad.
Brock ain't
Brock
bad.
ain't bad. 3 forks.
3 salad forks.
Yeah,
That's a
3
solid
salad
score.
forks.
That's
Yeah.
a fair score, I think.
I
couldn't go below 3 forks. And honestly, it works this way. I mean, I think that broccoli can be in the Golden Plate Club with certain preparations for sure. But for me, I think it covers around 3.
Katai is right to bring up its health benefits, which I think are going to be just an overarching thing with this month's theme. The lot of dietary fiber, not a lot of net carbs, and yes, you mentioned the vitamin C. 1 cup of broccoli has over 100% of your daily vitamin C. So people always think of it as something as
Kelly-
Jemmy's ear is
I fixed
folded
Jimmy's
over,
ear.
very cute.
It was she looks very cute
Very
now.
gentle and sweet.
Yeah. We see it's a healthy thing to eat, and I feel better when I eat it. And I have really come to regard it as like a go-to vegetable for in-home preparation. I feel like I'm pretty good at cooking flavorful broccoli and have it pretty frequently. I'll tend to order it at a restaurant, like you're saying, Mitch, over something like a Brussels sprouts, which feels a little bit more played out. I love broccolini. I'm a big broccolini guy. And I just kind of think, like, I want to root for this guy. Because for a long time he was the underdog. For a lot of time he was like this kind of punching bag / whipping boy. Like broccoli is disgusting. This is gross. This is along with lima beans signifies like a disgusting thing that I have to eat out of obligation.
Because they were only boiled.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
have to eat this gross thing
Lima
to
beans
earn
It's
my
like
return.
our
bad.
generation's Brussels sprouts. Like
It's
our parents was
100%.
Brussels sprouts, we're broccoli.
100%. And I like that it's like a little flower. I think that's a lot of fun.
That's pretty.
It's a lovely plant.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be up in the 4 forks neighborhood. I think I give it 4 salad forks because
Wow.
I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I think like with the tomato taxonomy, it might just be that the couches are just misaligned here. You know, I think I'm more on Katai's page, and you may be more on Kelly's page. But but as far as our fandom of broccoli, but I just think it's such a solid vegetable. Like this is just good in so many contexts.
It's a workhorse.
It's great.
It's
yeah.
doing so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very reliable.
Yeah.
Old reliable.
It is old reliable.
It is old
Yeah.
reliable.
And I'm gonna, you know what, Wags? I think
Standard. It's easy.
we all agree it's a green thumbs.
It's a green
up.
thumbs
It's
up.
a
I give
green
it
thumbs
definitely
up.
Big time
Green
green
thumbs
thumbs
up.
up.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
The emperor has spared its life in the gladiatorial arena it can continue to move
We're
on.
gonna
Find
set
another
this.
day.
We're gonna put it outside the Headgum studio and set it free.
You go off with one of the turkeys from the White House. Dancing
There's
side by
baby
side.
turkeys outside my mom's house.
Wow.
Quincy never had any wildlife at all growing up. I mean, like you'd see a raccoon every so often, and like maybe I saw a possum like once in my 20 years living there or whatever.
Yeah, since Mitch moved away, the turkey population has exploded.
One of its natural predators.
Yeah. Because he would sleepwalk and eat all the turkeys.
They're
Old meat
nesting
bags.
right by my house. Why? So what is
Wow.
that? Is that them saying like we're now nesting where our enemy once
sanctuary
laid?
now,
Or they
yeah.
miss you, yeah.
Or they miss me.
They miss your
Keep down the
scent.
they know that I kept down the population. It's very cute to see that my mom sent a video of like little baby turkeys. It was very, very cute. They're
just
kind
running wild?
running wild, but then also my
did that
godson, Ronan, he got attacked by a turkey the other day too.
Wow.
So the yin and the yang,
Wow.
they're pretty. Yeah,
They
they're
seem
pretty.
like they could be pretty aggressive. I mean,
They
people
were
talk about
aggressive.
geese being aggressive at turkey.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Peacocks too.
Terrifying.
Peacocks, yes.
No, thank
Very
you.
aggressive.
Nothing wrong with peacock. Twisted metal on peacock. Check it out.
Missed no opportunity.
What's the name of
Peacock
this month
original.
again? What are we calling it?
We'll figure it out. But right
Garden
now,
of
Garden of
Eatin.
Eatin and Salad
Garden
Days
of
is
Eatin
involved at some
Salad
point.
Days. I
Are
wonder how
here
many
again.
T-shirts we're gonna sell for
Are
that.
here again.
Right here, right? Like
Are
you're hearing
here
it,
a
yeah.
pod.
Oh,
You
yeah, right
gotta
here.
do
A
something
pod.
with pod because
Pod.
I thought
yeah.
salad days are here a
Yeah,
pod.
peas in a
Pods,
pod.
peas in a
There you
pod.
go.
Oh,
yeah,
Peas in a
I don't know.
podcast.
He's on the pod.
a pea
Please
podcast,
don't
like a
pee
pea
on the pod.
podcast.
A P podcast,
Can you do
yeah.
something with friend of the pod, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, that's
yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Except just
yeah.
like zucchini of the pod.
Franz on the pod.
Frond of the pod.
Frond of
I
the
don't
pod
know.
is good,
I
Frond
don't
of
know.
yeah.
the pod.
Just
Look,
throwing it out there.
There's just like a lot of stuff that we've put out
Yeah.
there, and so like you guys can do with it what you will.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Kinship Goods is gonna.
There's
They're
been a nice little writing pod to come up
Mhm.
with it. Yeah.
Writing
put your
pea
stock
pod.
in Kinship Goods because it's gonna go through the roof with all of these crazy shirt ideas for Garden of Eatin.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, we haven't sold many hats for cuking my guts up. It's kind of been a flop for old Kinship.
Well, now that I know it exists, you're gonna sell one.
Whoa. 100% increase in sales.
All right, we took a little break. Jemmy moved, but we're back with a segment. It's time for another edition of Eatin 925.
Oh, it sounded like.
Yeah.
925.
Oh, not a-
What a made for saving. Barely even try. It's all lazy and no effort. Melia used her mind, and we never give her credit. It's enough to make you unsub if you let it. 925. Okay, so here's how this works. I don't remember the segment. Mitch, do you remember this one?
no, I don't remember that song.
So I didn't either. I didn't either, but apparently lyrics were written, so here we are. Mitch, Nick, and guests are office managers tasked with stocking up their office kitchen. They are given a list of snacks and beverages within budget from the boss and must choose their items draft style. At the end, Em and Casey choose which office they'd rather work at based on the snacks, determining the winner. And we have visual aids, which people can see on our video feed, but we have both food and drinks.
Do we have
Oh
to choose from these?
And we have to choose from these. So, for instance, like our food includes Smart Food popcorn, Cheez-Its, bananas, Kraft string cheese, and then our drinks include Keurig coffee cups, Bigelow assorted teas, Coke Zero, and water cooler. So,
And the aim is to try to get them to choose our office,
aim-
not for ourselves. Okay.
yes, the aim is
Ooh.
for our workers for this podcast to be to decide which podcast they'd rather work for.
Okay, that changes.
which is
the-
is yours. Yeah.
changes.
Which is your podcast. They'd rather work for your podcast, but they're stuck here. So, Mitch, I think we should do this with teams since we've got two podcasting duos. I think you and I should team up versus
Yeah.
the Teen Creeps.
I
I think
love
that's the
it.
way to go.
I
Okay,
love
great.
it.
I was a little stressed out there being four of us and how many
Like,
items
each
there
person would
are. I
only
was
get,
like, oh
like-
my god, yeah.
If we take something, it's off the board.
I think so. I think that's how it works,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Fuck.
sure, why not?
If it's
Okay,
a
great.
draft
I can keep
scenario.
track
Yeah.
if you want.
Fuck. All right.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I already see some that I'm like, we better get this one.
Kelly, Lindsay, I'll let you go first.
Wow.
You will?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's so generous.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
generous.
Aw.
Thank
They're
you.
our guests,
I'm
Mitch.
pissed off.
host.
You fucked us.
Okay.
Liger's a gentleman.
I really like the string cheese
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm with you. String cheese was
because
on my list.
I think food
I get
is better than snacks. Do you know what I'm saying?
something filling. We have to
Interesting.
choose the filling.
Okay.
thing.
Hey.
We choose string
Okay, we
cheese.
choose string cheese.
Fucking happy? You fucking happy with what you did?
We're good, dude. We're good. Yeah, we have like basically a what is this, a 6x4 grid? So there's 24 possible options. How many should we do? Should we do five each, maybe?
Yeah, 5 each sounds good.
All right, great.
Also,
We'll do a
with
starting
string cheese,
5.
I gotta say, Jemmy is definitely gonna be at your office.
That's a great point.
We lost Jemmy with the first
Star
pick. Where is
employee.
she?
She's on the floor.
but she is a slut for string cheese.
We're way ahead.
All right.
All right,
Well,
string cheese goes to Team King Creeps. Mitch, here's what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna make like a minion and say banana.
No, I wasn't gonna say that at all.
Really?
No. What I'm gonna say is, I like coffee. I gotta have coffee, but the Keurigs are so wasteful that I feel like that's like kind of a strike against it. Those
They also
individual.
taste like weak ass coffee.
Yeah, they're
That
not
tastes
good.
like ass.
They're not good. There's no way that we would ever choose
So
those.
disgusting.
But-
Like I'll sooner lick burnt cardboard.
Yeah.
But people in the office are going to want a hot beverage and they're going to want a caffeine delivery mechanism. That to me pushes me at the Bigelow assorted teas. You got a bunch of different teas there.
You are so insane.
What's wrong with teas?
That
People
our
love hot
first
tea. Are you
pick
kidding
is
me?
Our first pick is going to be Bigelow assorted tea.
If you're gonna
That's
have
crazy.
coffee or tea in
I
an
would
office,
never.
you
I would
gotta.
never. I would
it's
never.
so
I would never.
insane to do Bigelow assorted teas.
What, you want someone else to take? You want the other team to take teas, and we don't
I
have
like
teas?
coffee and I like tea. Okay, like Blues Traveler
That's
saying.
to me, these are the essentials of this is what the office needs to function. It needs coffee. It needs tea, it needs hot
say
beverages.
that water fucking cooler would be the one I would choose over that.
All right, let's do water.
It has
Let's do water cooler. No,
it
that's
has
great.
a hot and cold function.
No,
first
I love
of all.
water cooler.
So
I love
look,
water
Cam,
cooler.
I
if we
like
take
water
it,
cooler. I'm sad
if
you
we
guys
take it
took
off the
that.
board, their tea becomes useless. We get their
We're not
tea.
gonna take
We're
that
not
tea.
taking your fucking
Literally,
tea. Fuck
I
that.
know no
I
one
would rather
wants the
take
tea.
nothing than the
Fucking
tea.
Bigelow? No.
Yeah, no way. No way.
I'll
of
take.
all teas.
We'll take the water cooler.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. My first vote
Yeah.
is for something you have right now, you fool. A Coke Zero. It's the only thing that we
Coke
have
Zero's
in here.
good.
It's
Coke Zero is
good, but
good.
it's so specific.
Yeah, fuck. You know, but what
Everyone
about
can
the
enjoy
tea,
the
On
water
guys?
the
cooler.
board, you want the Coke Zero.
Everyone can enjoy the water
the Coke
cooler.
Zero.
People
Oh
always like,
my
well,
God.
like I don't drink soda. I don't drink diet
You
drinks.
fucking
Those
idiot.
That's a
All right,
whole
water
demographic
cooler
that's
is-
not being
it's
helped
water
by the
cooler.
the
Water
presence of
cooler is the
Coke Zero.
answer.
Water
Water
cooler
cooler
is
is
the
our
answer.
answer.
We're adding it to our roster because that's a winning squad. It's the foundation of a great team. You gotta have water. Give her of life.
You fucking fool.
I can't believe you're mad at me over water cooler.
I'm mad at you over teas.
Tea is a great pick.
Yeah, you guys should do tea.
Yeah, definitely.
We might be getting
We're
tea
doing
next
water.
round.
We're doing water. No, we're not doing. We're
might be
never
getting
getting
tea.
You
tea.
should definitely do dry tea. Just like dry tea.
You should
with
do dry
nothing
tea
in
and then
it.
Nature Valley
pick is
bars.
dry
It's really
We
dry,
got water
dry,
cooler.
dry, dry, dry.
Well, it's inherently dry before you add water. That's how tea
Guess
bags
what?
work.
Tea is dead. Now we have the water cooler. No one even can draft tea anyway. So
Someone could still take water from the sink and microwave it.
All right,
or put it in a hot water
fine.
bottle.
All right, so you guys are going
Yeah,
water
we're
cooler?
going
kettle.
water cooler.
Okay, we will take Coke
Yeah, we
Zero.
want
Thank
Coke
you.
Zero.
Coke
You
Zero.
fucking idiot.
Coke Zero is a good pick.
It's a good pick.
It's a good pick. It wouldn't be my number one pick, but I think if you can get in the second round, that's great value.
I don't even really drink soda,
Yeah.
but I want Coke Zero in my office because people love a little bit of caffeine. They like there to be an option that has no sugar because they
Yes.
don't want the crash.
Mhm.
And a lot of people like soda.
That
you
brings
fucked
me
up
to
so bad.
are we
you.
sticking with beverages, Mitch?
I hate you.
Because I kind of think beverages have to
Wait,
be.
so you're gonna have water and then your next thing is gonna be another drink?
I think it's kind of the
Kelly,
most
let
important
them
thing of an office
decide.
No,
fridge.
Kelly's
On
right.
their own.
What do people love about the Headgum fridge? It's got
It's
so
so
many
healthy.
beverages in there. You look it up and it's panoply of
Our
options.
second pick is Cheez-It. We're getting Cheez-Its.
Damn it.
Okay.
Cheez-Its.
Okay, we don't need it. We
Cheez-Its
don't
and
need
Coke
it.
Zero is
We have
what we should
string
have on
cheese.
our
We don't
team
need
I'd
right
rather
it.
have
now.
blueberries
Okay.
than Cheez-It.
You're a fucking idiot. You're wrong.
I honestly kind of think we want something like a little healthier, like a bananas or a blueberries over the Cheez-It.
I will go with banana because I think banana is huge. So if you want to go banana over Cheez-It, they're probably going to take Cheez-It. I'm going to be so pissed at you.
Ba na na. Lock it in. Keeps the minions in line when they're working for Gru.
Fine, fucking bananas. The bananas are our number 2 pick.
I think this is looking like a good roster. We got water, we got
We
bananas.
have water and banana, you idiot.
But this is the thing. It's like this is working food. We don't want to be weighed down.
What?
You don't want to be weighed down at the office. You get groggy, you get sleepy.
Yeah, good thing we got water. That won't weigh us down. Yeah, because it's fucking nothing. If we got
You
water
gotta
and
have
bananas.
water. All right, let's let the teen creeps make their pick.
Okay. Wait, what did you choose?
We picked
We picked
we have water
bananas.
cooler and banana.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool office, guys. Might I interest
You
you in
have
a banana or water, hot or cold?
You have string cheese and Coke Zero.
Yes. What do you think? Do you think we should do the popcorn, or do you think we should
I
do?
think I'm torn between either. No, I don't want to say what. I think we have to do popcorn because I don't want to give away what else we want.
Smart food popcorn.
Pretty good.
That's your
Okay,
option.
we'll be
That's
taking
really
smart
good.
food.
Okay.
Smart food
Sorry, I gave it
popcorn.
away.
Food
Sorry,
popcorn.
sorry.
No, it's cool.
Has been claimed.
Can I just quickly say to you?
Yeah.
If someone was like, here's the I don't even know what the show is.
Yeah.
But it's like, here's a writer's room. It has Coke Zero, string cheese, smart food, or bananas and water. I'm going into the other fucking writer's room.
I'm going bananas and water because that's stuff I can have every single day.
Bananas and water.
What psychopath show are you writing on? What is this show?
How about
It
having
hinges
any
on your
job?
next
It
choice.
doesn't
It
have-
really
Yeah,
hinges
you could
on,
you
on
could
the
turn it
next
around.
choice.
You
You
could
can turn it around.
Yeah.
You can definitely
I see
turn
some
it around.
items that could really
yeah,
turn
there's
it around.
plenty that we want that's still up there. So you guys are still in the game.
I think we're doing awesome. Do we want another beverage, Mitch, or do you want to get Cheez-It now?
I mean, I really want cheese.
Let's get Cheez-It.
You're okay with cheese?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want right now?
I
You
might
want
do
those
the,
fucking
I want the
teas.
teas.
I knew you wanted the teas.
I want these sort of
I
teas.
knew you wanted the fucking teas.
Oh my god!
But you got to have some caffeine.
It's because the tea makes his water cooler stronger. This is why.
It's true.
Yeah.
But also just think of any office you've ever worked in. If you
I
go
have
in and like
never
there's
enjoyed a tea in an office.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if we're talking about the Keurig is the other option, and like if I'm in this
what about the
hypothetical
Tijabas?
office,
Not to like help you guys, but like
I mean, honestly, I would go to Java's over the.
I think you're forgetting. Like, what we're
would've said
getting? When are we
Tijabas.
getting into work? Like, I've had you have office jobs that start at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. People are getting in early.
We need the cheese.
You got to have some sort of hot beverage that's got caffeine, especially if it's a cold day. People are going to want that.
wait, does this mean that you cannot in your office have like the coffee pot?
No, it's not on the table.
So if it's
not
not
the
here,
whole-
you can't have.
Yeah,
it.
this
Yeah,
is
if
it.
it's not
This-
here, we don't have it.
This is a
'Cause
whole
a
array of
But they
options.
don't have it
Ugh.
either.
That's why teas are so essential.
Yeah.
But we'll get
no,
Cheez-It.
we're not going to do
But
that.
they don't
tea.
have it
We're not
either.
gonna- We're never going to do that tea.
Draft Cheez-It.
They're not
Give
going
us
to drive the
Cheez-It.
tea.
It's
We
okay.
have the
Don't worry
hot
about
water.
We'll get tea with our last pick. Cheez-It's on our roster.
We're
fine.
not
Okay,
taking tea
okay.
with the last pick.
Okay.
We could get to Java's if we wanted to.
You're too enamored with the Tejava. Or is it Tejava or Tejava?
I don't care.
Tejava. 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 Tejava sounds like coffees. That's why I think it's Tejava. I mean, it's an invented word, right? Tejava. Tejava.
I haven't said anything for 30 seconds. You're speaking to yourself.
Teen Creeps, what are you thinking?
This room sucks. Our room sucks. I'm taking a candy out.
Are you supposed to be eating candies?
Yeah, why not? Sugar is fine, actually.
Okay.
I got a bunch of Sprite.
Wow.
I'm gonna drink some Sprite. I mean, also in my day of my clear liquid day tomorrow, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get chicken broth. I'm gonna order like chicken broth from Cantor's or something.
Nice.
I know that I could just make some, but that's fun.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, true. Why not? Treat yourself.
And then Sprites and Gatorades, and that's it. Gatorades count as clear liquid. You just can't drink the red ones. They said.
Oh, cool.
Okay, what is your next pick?
Cool. Yeah.
Our next pick.
Cool. Yeah.
Our next
My
pick
day
is
is gonna
the
suck.
oats and honey kind bars.
That's a good pick. Kind bars are great because
Yeah.
they could also work as a substitute for a meal if you're really in a rush.
And
You
they're
guys are
sweet,
just
which kind of
fucking-
balances out because we have salty and sweet.
Yeah,
going
no,
on.
that's good.
You guys are fucking. You're curb stomping us. We're getting our asses kicked.
Are you kidding me? We got salty and sweet. We got Cheez-It and we got bananas and we
And
got water.
water.
Giver of life.
Stop calling it giver of life.
Imagine Pandora without water.
You can't.
You can't. They practice the way of water
the whole
there.
second movie is about it.
Yeah.
I assume.
Well,
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, it's great.
it's great. It is great.
Okay, so
we can agree on that.
here's-
The way
here's
of
the
water
thing.
is great.
I'm gonna pitch something, Mitch.
Mhm.
Assorted teas.
No,
Just hear me out.
it can be our last pick.
Okay,
They don't
okay.
even want it.
Okay.
They would maybe even just give us assorted teas.
Like honestly, you could take that as a sixth thing.
Yeah,
I would
okay,
not
great.
care.
It's all yours.
All right, that'll be
he
a
still
preview.
is going to want to try to
Negative.
draft it before we get it for 6.
It just might be nice to lock it into the roster. But go ahead. What are you thinking, Mitch?
Look, this is a tricky one here because they're hot on our. I mean, they've already won.
Well, I have a couple of thoughts here.
I mean, like in my mind, I'm like, ooh, it could be fun to do like a Chex Mix or a cookie or those gummy bears, which I know that they're eyeing.
This is the thing. We've already got the empty calories with the
Those
cheese in.
dusty.
Those are
I know what you like. You like the beef
What do
jerky.
people like?
No, I don't want the beef. I don't
Love
want
a
the beef
dusty
jerky.
cookie.
I'm thinking either the Nature Valley Crunchies, which are akin to the Kind Bar, not as good as the Kind Bar, but I also kind of think there's something to that oatmeal. Because this is the other thing.
Those are both the ones that I told you were insane.
You get in first thing in the morning. You get in first thing in the morning. Yeah, maybe you didn't have time to have breakfast at home. You give yourself a packet of oatmeal and some hot water from the water cooler. You're sitting pretty.
What world are you from? This doesn't make
Working in fucking offices for most of my adult
I
life.
actually think it's cool. I think it's really cool that you're using what you already have, which is this water cooler, and you're thinking about like what can go well with the water cooler.
Yeah, we
Because
never
that's a
should have
giver of
drafted the
life.
damn water cooler. That was a huge
'Cause now
fucking
you are
mistake.
kind of locked in on that water cooler.
But that's a meal. You can
all right,
you can
here's-
have
I
a
would
meal
have
with
taken
an
that water
oatmeal.
cooler.
I'm going to tell you exactly
Yeah,
the two things you said.
I like
Water
water
cooler is
coolers.
great.
You go into
water
you're-
cooler is
hey, it's
really solid.
It's the first day of a writer's room. We're all in there together.
Again, put yourself outside of writer's room.
I'm
This
just
is
saying,
any
we're-
office job anyone could ever
we're
have.
in the
This is
Headgum
an
Studios.
office.
Hey, it's the first gum in wow, look at all
Right, the
these
two
hunks.
jobs you can have: writer's room or podcast studio.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the construction site. How's that?
You've been doing hard work all day long. You're like, man, I'm gonna eat some banana and
bananas
water.
and fucking water.
Well, but then now you're thinking of like a
Or
a blue collar like
Or
outdoor
Cheez-Its.
job as
Cheez-Its
opposed to
was
like a
good.
white
Or
collar like,
Cheez-Its.
hey, I'm just working. I'm working for a fucking just an office supply company.
All
We're in
right,
corporate
fine. It's an
offices.
office supply company. For
I'm working
God's
for
sakes.
Staples Corporate.
We're at the office. We're
Yes.
at Dunder Mifflin. Okay?
We're Dunder Mifflin.
And the first day we go in there, first of all, like our boss is kind of weird. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
first
no
thing
weird
that
guy.
happens.
Whoa.
Second of all,
What are these cameras doing here? That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, this
The
is
other
a
thing.
Oh
Color
shit, they're
green
shooting a
used.
documentary, and
They're
then
gonna
like I
mic me
guess
up.
like
Shit, it's gonna last 10 years.
BJ Novak's character. What's his name in the show?
BJ?
I've
Bri-
actually
is it
never
Ryan?
seen
Ryan.
it.
Ryan.
Yes,
Ryan, that's right.
I'm trying to think of
Ryan's.
who would come in with this stuff. Who's like the underling guy.
The person that's bringing
Wants
in
to go
water
buy
and
it.
bananas is Dwight Schrute.
All right,
No,
so
no.
Dwight, yes.
Well, the person who's buying supplies for the office is the receptionist.
Okay, so Pam is maybe
Yeah.
She's
Little
having to
Miss
go to
cheating
Staples.
on her engagement guy.
Oh, man, that's
is it,
also
fiance?
crazy to just
It's
think about.
insane that we were like, she's
Oh
our
my
she's our
God,
hero.
spoiler.
Yes, yeah.
She's cheating
Spoiler.
on her fiance.
Also,
This is-
I'm not talking to you in this office. You
despicable.
are friends with Dwight. You are very much. There's 2 Dwights now in the office.
I didn't go with Dwight.
Yeah, we know. They come in with Nature Valley Crunchy bars.
Yeah.
And they come in with oatmeal. 7 months from now, those same boxes are going to be there. No one is touching them.
Completely disagree. Completely disagree.
You're the guy.
I'm not even necessarily the guy. I'm saying like you'd be shocked by how many people are going to take a packet of oatmeal. They'd be like, fuck, I was in a rush this morning. Whatever. I got to eat something. Hey, thank God they have an approximation of breakfast here. And you know what? I can get some hot water from the hot water cooler and dice up one of those bananas. I'm sitting pretty.
That's
Oh, because you really are thinking about all the stuff you already have because you put the banana in the oatmeal. That's
yeah. You make
Also,
one
like-
boring ass meal out of everything we've
you can
got.
have that every
you're working
day.
your job. You're working there. Like you need like working food, something
I
to
will say,
sustain you. We're
what
not
I
going to fall asleep.
appreciate about your
Yeah.
thinking is it's also a little bit of a like desert island thinking. Like,
Right.
how am I gonna survive?
Yeah.
Because that's a big part. It's just like, oh, I'm working overtime. I'm spending too much of my life here. I've got other shit I got to do. Fuck, I tried to go to the gym this morning and I ran out of time. Well, hopefully there's something I can eat. And I don't want to be eating like fucking gummy bears for breakfast.
I think we should do to Java's Spindrifts or a Canada Dry, honestly.
I really like Spindrift there because I think Spindrifts are soaring in popularity in offices. I think they offer the little bit of sweetness that you can get from the Coke Zero with minimal caloric commitment. And I think that it's just nice to have something a little bit fizzy. So I'm fully on board with Spindrift.
Then let's do it. Spindrift.
Spindrift is locked in.
Damn it.
Oh.
Were you guys going to do Spindrift?
No.
I like the Spindrift. It's
I like
certainly over
Spindrifts,
LaCroix.
But we already chose
but-
Coke Zero, so we already
I know,
have
the
something
best.
much stronger.
I know.
Okay, so do we want to?
Yeah,
we talked
yeah,
about
go
it.
for it.
Okay, so we're gonna do the teas.
So upset. I'm livid.
we really like the look of that Bigelow box.
Yeah, and like People can use
There's bound to
it.
be water. There's bound to be water in the
Yeah,
office.
and there is
somewhere.
water in the
Yeah.
office. He said there's like
We-
bathroom water
yeah.
and sink water.
Yeah, you can get sink water and heat
Yeah,
up in the
so we'll take the
microwave
teas.
or
Yeah, we'll do
electric
the
tea
teas.
kettle.
Because you know what? Some people might need a little bit of caffeine without any calories at the end of the day.
It's
Yeah,
true.
and we don't have a Keurig machine, so
Yeah.
Wags, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I think now we got to get the coffee though.
Do you think that's we got to pivot and get the coffee?
The idea of having an office with no tea and no coffee, the idea, like especially people are getting in the morning, that's unthinkable. Can you imagine that? Like, there's no
caffeine allowed.
Exactly, no caffeine in this office. That's insane. People would go nuts. People would rebel. And yeah, I know someone could like stop by a place on the way there, but there's an expectation in office culture that we'll have
Desert
coffee
Island
and tea.
office. It's a desert island office.
Yeah, so I think we got to do.
There's
that.
also
I don't
Tajava
like
that
the
is a
Keurig,
tea.
Tajava.
Let's, all right,
but
Java's
that's not
pretty
a
good.
hot beverage. That's not something you have first thing in the
all
morning.
right, Wags, we can get the coffees.
Okay, we'll get. And I hate doing it because Keurigs are wasteful and they don't taste great. But we just got to have something. And we could have had the tea, but it's fine.
What do we already have? We have.
What are we at? What's the roster
Okay, so
size?
you guys, you eat both offices have 5 items now.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Nick
great.
and Mitch have the water cooler, bananas, Cheez-Its, Spindrifts, and coffee.
Pretty
Lindsay
good.
and Kelly have string cheese, Coke Zero, Smart Food, Kind Bars, and tea.
I say we
Also
do
good.
one last one.
Yeah, let's do one
I
more.
would-
So that's our starting
yeah.
5. We'll pick one reserve.
One reserve.
Nobody wants that bowl of roasted broccoli?
I didn't
Is that
realize
what
that's
that
what that
is?
was.
I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
I thought it was
oh, no, I'm
kale.
sorry. Those are kale chips.
Kale chips.
Kale chips.
Yeah.
I thought Amelia was sneaking one in for the broccoli.
That's a fun pick, though.
It's a bowl of broccoli.
That's
It's
not a
kale
fun
chips,
pick.
I
That
was wrong.
sucks.
Okay.
Oh, it's our turn now. Right?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. We will take the Haribo Gold Bears,
Fuck.
please.
Oh, good.
Those are fun. I mean, I'm a big gummy ain't yummy guy, but I understand that they would be popular in the office.
Your office
People
is
love
so
gummies.
much better.
People love gummies.
Okay, so Mitch, we could get a sweet treat here. We could go with those mini Chips Ahoy.
I know what you want.
Those are fun.
You want the oatmeal.
What I was gonna say is that if you want some sweetness, there are some flavors of the oatmeal. It's like a strawberries and
They've
cream.
got it, certainly,
like a
probably
maple
an apple
sugar.
cinnamon.
Yeah,
Oh
definitely
yeah,
got
I'm
apple
seeing right
cinnamon.
now. There's like an apple cinnamon. There's like a
There
strawberries
might-
and
I was
cream.
gonna say,
Yeah.
strawberries and
Actually,
cream.
I would fuck with that strawberries and cream.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Honestly, I
Maple brown
would
sugar.
actually. I think Weiger and I are actually a little more similar than I've been letting on this whole time.
I do like oatmeal.
I
I,
like-
do.
I
but
like your office so much more than our office.
I would not like that in an office. I don't think.
Well, that's why I was saying, like, knowing that this is in order to try to make you guys choose our
Right.
office,
Mhm.
it changed up what I had my eye on.
Can I make a pick that
Jemmy's on the trail of something. She's really
Yeah.
sniffing here.
Yeah,
It's
Jemmy's
cool.
sniffing something. Can I make since we are the exercise, we are trying to appeal and pander to Casey and Emma, who we both know better than our guests.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true. We don't know.
Cheaters.
I'm gonna pitch marijuana.
You can't. You can't just add.
that bowl
big
of
bowl of
kale
green,
chips
yeah.
is in
That bowl of
fact
green.
Big bowl of
marijuana.
bud.
You can't just get marijuana.
I
I'm sold.
knowing this now, I am pitching that our gold bears are in fact CBD gummies.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's smart.
Okay.
That's smart.
We already lost. Even
Yeah.
without marijuana, I want to
Well, they
give you.
haven't chosen yet. They haven't chosen.
I
yet.
want
don't
to.
know.
I want to give you the oatmeals just because it would make our thing make sense.
What would you take if it's yours? Because I think the mini Chips Ahoy are fun too. Do you want another beverage? We're kind of light on snacks. We got 3 beverages.
I think. Oh my god.
But that's good. You want beverage variety. Not everyone likes the
Sure.
same thing.
We have Cheez-Its, bananas, and so 2 of the big snacks are gone.
Yeah, string cheese are gone. Smart food popcorn's gone. Gummies
I do
are
think
gone.
the Chips Ahoy minis are pretty good. I mean, if you wanted to do the oatmeal too, it's a toss up for me. It's up to you.
You would never pick the oatmeal.
I mean, like, no, but also now what we have, it makes sense. Like you were saying, like the bananas, we have
They're all
a
kind
water.
of
Yeah, they can
of a
work
similar,
together.
Yeah, they're symbiotic.
Yeah.
It's a symbiotic
Let's
relationship.
take the fucking oatmeal. Let's make
All right,
we
get
made
the
our bed.
oatmeal. Emma, can you read back what each roster has?
All right, yeah. So Nick and Mitch have water cooler, banana, Cheez-Its, Spindrift, coffee, and oatmeal.
Pretty good.
Lindsay and Kelly have string cheese, Coke Zero, Smart Food, Kind Bars, tea, and gummy bears.
Yeah,
Oh my
definitely
god, it's
more
so much better.
more well-rounded roster. Well, if we had the tea, I mean, it'd be a different story. Casey and Emma, you got an office you prefer to work
Real
at?
game changer. That
I'm a little split because Lindsay and Kelly's office is definitely more fun.
Yeah.
But Nick and Mitch's office is more likely to like keep me eating clean and like stick to the diet, which is kind of what you want when you're in an office 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. And I used to eat vending machine lunches a lot at my old jobs, and I hated them. So like some bananas would have probably saved my life. But if we're going for like the most fun office, I gotta pick Lindsay and Kelly.
Hey,
Also, the most
cheese
fun
is
office in
protein.
that they don't want to work with us anyway.
Yeah.
They're for. So what did you say? I'm sorry, I cut
I
you
said
off.
cheese is protein. String cheese.
True.
Yeah,
It is
I will
true.
say
absolutely
Nick and
true.
Mitch's office picks are pretty close to what I actually have in my home where I usually work from.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, by the way,
And yeah, I like oatmeal at home.
Mm-hmm. I would have gone for the oatmeal actually.
you're in an office with wags. Get a fucking practice getting under your desk. Is all I'm gonna say.
Wait, what's the
How?
joke here?
Wait,
He's
what?
an office shooter
He
type
is.
guy.
You are?
No, I'm not going to shoot up an office. I'm not going to take revenge.
Oh, I'm not gonna take revenge.
I'm going to
That's not
assume there's
fucking-
something to take revenge about, but I won't actually take the revenge. I will have been wronged though.
I thought that I didn't know that's the direction you were going. I thought you were going to say get a black light.
Oh, well, that too.
because
Yeah,
you're-
'cause-
you're messy all over the
Yeah,
office.
exactly,
Because
yeah.
of a certain something
Yeah,
that we
certain
talked about
something.
earlier.
All right.
Seeds.
Teen Creeps win. Let's move on.
What did Casey have an answer?
Wait,
Casey, what do you think?
we don't know.
I think Teen Creeps had the better snacks, but personally, I mostly drink water all day long in the office.
Yeah.
It's like all I do.
No, Kelly and
True.
I definitely
And
would
I
have
need
gotten
We
the
that
have
water.
sink
Giver
water.
of life.
We have
Yeah.
sink water.
We have
And
delicious sink
I
water.
prefer Nick and Mitch's office.
We
Wow,
wanted the
why?
water cooler.
It's a
We
split.
wanted
It's a
the
split
water cooler.
We
decision.
wanted that water cooler.
I'll break the tie. Teen Creeps wins.
Mitch is leaving his own office
Yeah.
to come work for us. Yeah.
So should I just send the Lindsay and Kelly's list straight to Anya, or?
Honestly, yes.
As long as the T's on there. Hey, just like
If
the
you-
restaurant value feedback, let's open the feedback.
If you guys had Cheez-It instead of Smart Food, I think it would be.
I wanted Cheez-It really bad,
Yeah,
but you
that's-
guys took it.
I'm much more of a popcorn
Oh,
person.
I am a Cheez-It girl. Oh,
Cheez-
Cheez-It Grooves, I would have freaked out.
I do love
I'm a
Cheez-It.
Cheez-It Grooves
I am a
girly.
Cheez-It freak.
Yeah,
That's one
Cheez-Its
of my
are the
favorites.
best.
Cheez-It is
Conversation
so
is
fun.
making me starving.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
tell you
pretty
that
hungry.
much.
Sorry.
Today's email is from Connor C. Connor
Fucking
writes,
broccoli.
there's been a lot of talk in the pod lately about how long the Doughboys could possibly go for. As a longtime listener, I was there when Weiger called it for Hillary. Oh, boy. I can assure you that what keeps the
We had
Doughboys
moments
fans
like that.
tuning in week after week is the incredible dynamic between the hosts and the crew. The food reviews seem to be, at least for me, merely a vehicle for quality entertainment. Having said that, what are some possible formats that you think the Doughboys could pivot to? For example, you could review every episode of Entourage or become a fitness and health podcast and loyal fans would still listen, me included. Love from Houston. P.S. I mean it when I say I'm a longtime listener. Nick and Mitch have gotten me through some really tough times, and I re-listened to the catalog when I had the most difficult factory job of my life making almond milk. Wow.
Oh my God.
Thank you for your service, Connor. Thank you for
Yeah,
everything.
thank you, Connor. That's
Yeah.
cool as hell. Thank
When you read about almond milk, it should just be illegal.
Yeah,
Like it's just
yeah,
it's
wild.
so
Takes
it's
so
so
much
wasteful.
water.
Yeah, so much
Yeah.
energy,
Yeah.
and then apparently it's extremely labor intensive. I guess, and we are also talking about this in the context of Teen Creeps. But like, have you floated any possible format changes or what you'd want to cover beyond Cozy Mysteries?
Why are you going to call it for Biden this year?
Please
Yeah.
don't.
Call it now.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be
Not
RFK.
Only just then. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
and
haven't
we've,
talked
like,
too much about it.
We've expanded what we cover because
Right.
now we cover stuff that's like more new or like we've
Just,
done like
genre
fantasy.
adjacent.
Yeah,
we've
or,
done
like,
we've done fantasy months. Weiger joined us
Yeah.
for one of those
Well-
Bog the Stroop.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Bobby
Yeah.
Right.
But like I feel like we do it where we're like it just has to be our brand. Like and we know what
it's
it
got to
is.
feel like
yeah, if it feels like us,
us.
we'll cover it.
yeah, that
like
makes
so
sense.
if millennial librarians are into it, then it's our brand.
Got
and
it.
that's
Yeah.
most of our listeners. So truly, I'm not.
Yeah,
I love
no,
a
that's-
I love a millennial librarian.
God bless
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for continuing to listen.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you.
Yeah, doing the Lord's work. Love a librarian.
Me too.
Man, great people.
Going through a rough patch right now with this country, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Librarians?
Yeah.
They're
Imagine
getting a
we
lot
just
of
had
heat.
great libraries. Like, there were just great public spaces. Because this is a big problem with America. There's basically no third space you can go to without spending money.
Yeah.
And it's like the
I
libraries are
love
one of the few
libraries.
things where you can go and it's just like, I can hang out here and I don't have to like buy something, you know?
And even malls where it was to buy something, they're dying too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a bummer.
My mom's on the library board in Thomas
how about
Crane
that?
Public Library.
Does
a
she
great
listen?
library. I don't think she knows what podcasts are. She broke her iPad
No, that's right.
recently.
That's better.
Her son has done one for 10 years and I still don't think she gets
No,
it.
my mom calls them broadcasts.
Yeah, that's
So,
very funny.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. I think that, Connor, this is a very nice message. I think you represent a particularly engaged section of our listenership.
Yes, thank you for listening and sticking with us for a lot of bad episodes.
But the kind of person who's been listening for that long, listen to a lot of garbage, and also is going to write into the podcast, perhaps, I'm guessing, subscribes to our Patreon. Again, that's a particularly engaged, relatively small sliver of our overall listenership to the free feed. So I do think a lot of people who aren't the kind of people who would write into the podcast do listen because we review chain restaurants. I think they do listen because we cover fast food and because we have opinions on it. So I don't think it's as easy as saying like, well, I love Nick and Mitch. I love Mitch and Weiger for whatever reason. I want to listen to them prattle on about whatever bullshit. Like that's maybe true for some people, but I don't think that's true for everybody. I do think whatever we should be doing should be food focused.
We're going to be testing it out this month as we see our listener numbers
we'll
go
see.
down
We'll see
from
what happens.
reviewing vegetables.
This
We'll
is
see
a
what
good,
happens.
Satellite.
I do think that the idea of reviewing items, like we could do, we're doing the fucking Taco Bell Cheez-It item this week or something.
Yeah, exactly. We pick
that's
one individual
Yeah.
thing. We're reviewing Dave's Double from Wendy's. If we're talking about
cool.
something that's like seasonal, it could be something that's like evergreen and part of a menu, but we could do a whole episode about that.
That's like the podcast The Ride Tactic, where like they talk about like maybe a whole park, or they might talk about the fake rocks at one park, and that's it. They're just rating fake rocks.
Or talk
get really
about
granular.
the parking garage with Weiger for 4 hours, was it?
Yep.
We've done a few parking garage episodes.
yeah, you've been on multiple. Yeah.
love
mean,
parking
I don't think that
garages.
we'll ever pivot and do a we do that. We cover movies and stuff on the double, so I don't think we'll ever.
I don't think we
anything
need to
like
do that. And there's also
but-
so many podcasts that already do that and do that so much better than we would do it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that makes any sense. It should be food focused, whatever we're covering. We'll figure it out. But also, this is fine. We know how to do the show, so it's fine.
It's gonna end soon.
It's gonna end.
It's gonna end.
It's gonna end soon.
Don't worry about it.
All good things do.
Yeah.
It's coming to an end.
It'll come to an end.
Just like the country.
But not after our 10-year celebration, Wags. 10 years.
Coming up on 10 years. It's wild.
Really?
Wow.
It
We're
is. Yeah, we started
coming
this
up on
podcast in
8,
2015.
yeah.
8 years. Wow.
Really?
Time flies.
Oh, maybe it's, I don't know, because we started in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.
Wow.
We're not going to go as long as The Simpsons. It's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, we're just up against actuarial tables for life expectancy at that point. We're not going to be able to go for that long.
That's a great point, Wags. Yeah. But you know what? We still love doing the pod.
We still love doing the pod.
Well, I think that like the
I don't think they believed it.
well,
Just buy it.
the food thing is like a good entry point, but I
Yeah.
do think people stick around for you guys. Like, you can't.
I think you
That's very
lose-
kind to say,
that
yeah.
would be the smallest sliver of your audience, is the audience who's only tuning in for
'Cause
the
we-
chain restaurant.
Yeah, we have a
Interesting.
very rare, like, small amount of listeners who are like, I only want to hear about the books, and I don't care about Lindsay or Kelly. And I'm like, okay, then
and they
read
usually
the book.
have stopped listening by
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like people are here for you guys.
Mm.
That's very kind.
That is nice.
I think it is.
You know what? And again, I disagree with
Yeah, I don't
you.
believe
I
it.
think they're here for the restaurant. They're going to be pissed we're talking about broccoli. I don't want to end it on a sad note. We're going to keep doing the podcast. It's going to keep happening, Wags. It's not ending
Yeah, it'll keep
very
happening.
soon.
You're literally
I-
watching a new thing.
Exactly.
And I think you're right. I think discussing an item at a chain restaurant is a very good.
I think it could be a lifesaver
Find
in
a
some
way
ways.
to make it sustainable. Because I was just like, and I don't know if this episode we've recorded is coming out in September or has already come out at this point, but we're recording this a few days after we recorded an Amici Pizza episode, and the leftover Amici Pizza is in the fridge, and I was like, I can't believe we ate all that shit. We just
Yeah.
that was last like a few days ago.
Yeah.
We ate like so much pizza, so many buffalo wings. And why? To do this, to like just bullshit about it for a couple hours.
And it's like,
we don't need to do that to our
I'm walking
bodies.
4 miles a day. And I'm like, I don't see any improvements. And
Right.
eating salads in the other spare time. I mean, we do stupid shit, and we shouldn't. We've been dumb about it for a very long time.
You don't want to die for the podcast.
No.
Well,
But do I want to die? Hard.
yeah.
It's a great question. Our answer is yes. But for the podcast, I don't know. But you know what? We got a lot in store for the 10 year. That's all.
So
I'll
much
say.
in store.
Congratulations.
We're ending the podcast abruptly. If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at feedbag@birdfuck.com or leave us a voicemail at 830-GO-DOUGH. That's 830-463-6844. And to get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, plus our entire pre-2018 back catalog, subscribe at patreon.com/Doughboy. Same off-ramp every single episode. Just let me get through everything, and then you can talk. Our producer is Emma Erdbrink. Our associate producer is Amelia Marino. Our engineer is Casey Donahue. And our video editor is Mike Dorfman. Go ahead, Mitch.
I just want to say that you and I both discussed when we started this podcast. We're like, we can't let it go on for too long. I was in a sketch group for like a decade, and now we are at the decade mark, and we're like, we're like 5 or 6 years is all we'll do it. Yeah, relax. What the fuck else are we gonna do? Are you kidding me?
Well, that's the other thing is it's kind of
it's won the lottery with
yeah
hitting on something that people are interested in. You're dynamic together. It supports you.
It's the Jerry Orbach thing, and never leave a hit show.
With every other industry falling apart.
Right. Yeah.
Don't walk away.
Don't want to turn that.
I think we're close to the zone where like Steve Urkel is like going into his machine and becoming Bruce Lee. I think it's that level of like Carl Winslow is going in and becoming like a dorky Carl Winslow. I think that's
do we
the
need to
level.
bring in a new character, is that what you're saying?
Broccoli is your Stefan.
Broccoli is our. Sadly, Stefan was like a few seasons ago. Stefan is a while back.
Yeah.
We're like the machine is making people crazy. It's doing crazier things now. But yes, I do think we have to bring a new character in.
All right. I'll text Kowalik. Lindsay Katai, Kelly Nugent, Teen Creep. Such a fun podcast to listen to, such a fun podcast to do. I've always enjoyed being on it. I will say, as I've said when you've guested in the past, there have been a few episodes, I think at least one, maybe two that I've guested on that were originally supposed to be Doughboys episodes, and then Mitch didn't read the book. So
I think it was only one. It was only one.
It was just the one, okay.
Because then
And then
we were
you
like,
gave up.
we learned.
Yeah.
We learned.
And we just simply haven't tried again.
I will do it. I will read a book.
You
to be
should
honest.
do it.
Okay.
We've done some
We
books
would
that are
love to
like
have you.
80 pages long.
Yeah,
we
you
can
should
do
do
a
it.
short one for
We
you.
will
Oh
choose a
shit,
short
80
one
pages.
for you.
We're doing another pod where we have to read a book.
Becky Feldman's podcast.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I
Too Stupid to Live.
am like I
great
am
podcast.
stressed
Great
out
pod.
about that already. I got to figure it out. Also, my first book in a while is going to be an orc book.
Oh, it's an orc romance book?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Interesting.
Teen Creep, such a great show. Please tell everybody about it.
Thank you. It's we talk about YA pulp fiction from the 80s and 90s, like Christopher Pike, R.L. Stine, Lois Duncan, Caroline B. Cooney, all of the point horror books. We talk about the book and we dissect them and talk about our lives and yep.
And as we like intimated before, we have kind of expanded the kind of books that we cover. And basically it's just like, if you listen to the show and it's like, oh, this is a Lindsay and Kelly type book, we'll cover it. So it can be, like pulp from the 70s or,
Sure.
a book from the early 2000s or something. As long
We'll
as
get
it
into some
feels
fantasy,
like, feels like something that we would cover, we cover it. And sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't. And it's very fun. And we hope you guys listen to it. Teen Creeps, anywhere you listen to
That
podcasts.
rules.
Definitely check it out. And anything else you want to plug?
Yeah. Oh, I just shot this like very deranged short, and you can
really funny.
Thank you. You can watch it on the YouTube channel Delingus. Delingus.
Probably just search O Meredith.
Just search O Meredith.
Yeah.
And yeah, that just came out, so take a look.
Wow.
And
Wow.
then
Check it out.
at this point, it was probably entirely released, but I was co-showrunner on the new Fairly Odd Parents animated
Hell yeah.
reboot
Very cool.
sequel. It's Fairly Odd Parents: A New Wish. It's either currently airing on Nickelodeon and just about done, or you can buy it on digital, and it will be coming to Netflix internationally, I think, in November. And then there are no current plans for domestic streaming, but there might be by the time this episode airs.
Wow.
But really proud of it. Really fun to work on.
Congrats to you
watch.
both. That's right.
That rules. Yeah. Congratulations. Believe it or not, I was actually in Goosebumps fan club back when I was a boy.
Wow.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll do a Goosebumps
We could cover
for
Goosebumps
you.
for
I would
you.
love to
Those
do
are
a
like
Goosebumps.
50
Those are really
pages.
short and infuriating.
Reader beware, you're in for a
scare.
scare.
Mm-hmm.
Say cheese and die.
Say cheese and die.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a dummy one. What the hell's that dummy one?
Oh, yeah,
Night of the Living
Slappy.
Dummy.
Yeah, you're on the cover of that, aren't you?
That'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Till next time for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell. I'm Nick Weiger. Happy eating.
See ya.
Hey, buddy, want Doughboys merch? We're talking hats, shirts, sweatshirts, patches, glasses, all sorts of stuff. Aprons. It's all available at kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. That's kinshipgoods.com/doughboys. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.